We are live. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All praises, glory, and honor to the Most High. In name and glory and honor of his only begotten beloved Son, the Holy Messiah, who's currently sitting at his right hand right now as we speak. Long live the King.
Long live the King.
Brother Malachi Maccabee, honor, humility, STL. Sector of the Nazarene, House of Zion, homeschool, Fort Tri-Static Attic, all the above, man. All the above. To my left, I got my beloved brethren. You ain't saying your name today.
Oh, Yoab Bonjuda. Yoab Bonjuda.
All praises. We want to thank the Most High for allowing us to come together once again on this holy feast day. We do have a weekly feast day called the Sabbath. For those of you who are scared to eat food on the Shabbat, this is a feast day, man. Never forget that. The Shabbat or the Sabbath is a feast day. You bump into a lot of sacrilegious and overzealous Hebrews who tell you ain't even supposed to be eating on the Sabbath. Feel me? So I want to thank the Most High. I see y'all in the building. Out the mud watchman. Shalom. Hallelujah. How was my Jamaican brethren? Shalom. Tuvaya. Hell is good. You got the axe. You already know. Anybody out of the box. You know how we do, brother. How y'all doing today? First and foremost, can I be heard? If I can be heard, give me a 7 up in the chat. Give me a 7. I tend to fast when I don't have time to prepare. Yeah, God, I know how it is. I know how it is. Most of my days is just what it is. Sometimes I get to the end of the day and be like, well, I ain't ate nothing today. Feel me? So that's how it is, man. It's just us getting ready, getting prepared for what's coming, man. Eliana, my Maryland sister, shalom. We got the petty Shebrew on her. Joy. What it do, Joy? Shalom, Shebrew. Much love to you. Much love to you. Avery Ascendant. Shalom. Hallelujah. Hebrew is ascendant. Shalom. My sister Odelia, I see you. I see you in this building.
She be on, boy.
Cecil H. Yes, Sister Odelia. Shalom. That's our sister from Maryland. Shalom, brothers. You remember the Shebrew that was out there with us, Eliana?
Yeah, shalom, shalom.
Yeah, all good. Hey, so y'all see the title, The Secret Treasures of the Heart, Part 2, Sabbath study, Sabbath class. So we basically gonna hit some scriptures that we didn't get to address the 2 nights ago when we did it on Thursday. You understand? So we're gonna go a little bit more into it and show how we're supposed to be more calculated and more precise in our speech. You understand? If we want to ever harness some spiritual power like we're going to read about today, then our language, we got to mop our language up and clean it up. You understand? We raised in a society of the fallen mouth. We're in Babylon. Everything's backwards. You're speaking backwards and everything. To the point to where even like we was talking earlier that when even when you go to Joan on somebody, like when you do that, even if you're just joking around, you joning on them, the aim is not to build them up. Like for some reason, we get a kick out of destroying somebody.
Yeah.
It's funny to everybody. You understand? It's crazy, man. So if we ever want to be this messianic nation, first thing we need to clear up is our speech, how we talk.
Yeah, and like if you look at the Joan or the joke making and mockery, you feel me? It's kind of like you turn somebody down to build yourself up. Because you the one came up with the joke. So if you came up with the joke, you want people to laugh at it. And you have to do something. You gotta turn somebody down. You gotta have to do something to get that laugh up out of people to build yourself up. So is you will break people down just to build yourself up? That's basically what you is when you joining.
That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And as we'll read today, even that's against the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just the culture we was raised in, because we was raised around Joan masters. Boy, some of these Hebrews around here, you better be strong. Better have thick skin. If you ain't right, if you ain't ready, boy, bombs away. And this is just to admonish the brothers and sisters that we must start speaking to one another in a righteous vibration. You understand? Like I want to be able to petition the heavens and get results like Elijah. You understand? Like, and that's what a real threat is for y'all that don't know. They fear that being that we done came back to this, that we've tapped into our spiritual powers. They understand that they read this, a little study of this, You understand? Israelites had spiritual powers. You understand? They had supernatural powers, man. One could chase 1,000, according to the scripture. You understand? All type of miracles happening. You feel me? But to possess that type of pure power, you understand? We can't be loose lipping and talking crazy without any type of accountability. It's just the truth, man. Like I want to be able to, like what the Messiah told Pilate, I can call a legion of angels right now to end it. I want to have the knowledge to do that. I want to be able to not only to pray to the Most High, but that He hear you and respect what you said and answered you. You feel me? Like even with the prophet Elijah, he made a spiritual wager. He said, whoever God answered by fire is the real God. Would show what he had knowledge he had enough knowledge and knew what to say to get the Most High not only to hear him, but to respect what he said and answer. You see what I'm saying? That type of, if you want to harness that type of power, because even God means power. Elohim or Elohim means power. Right? If you want to harness that type of power, you understand? Like with David killing lions and birds, slaying Goliath, like that's supernatural power, man. You want to harness that type of power. I'm talking about going around healing people like the disciples and all them. It's the shadow of them healing people. You understand? Bringing sight to the blind, raising the dead, casting out devils. You feel me? That type of power to where, man, that's what we doing. We out here doing the work. Me and one of the bros was just talking. Like I would love to harness the power to heal, man. I will put the hospitals out of business. I will put the hospitals out of business. You know what I'm saying? So that's right. That's right. Hebrews treat each other the same in the truth like we did in the world. We need to stop that. That's the truth. Not only just treat, speak too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't be in the truth talking to your brother, your sister, like y'all in the streets. You understand? Everything you speak, when somebody leaves your presence, they should be on some, you know what? I just ran into a messenger of the Almighty. Like, they should be able to take something away from what you said to them. You understand? And say, I just learned about God when I was in his presence. You see what I'm saying? Like our language, we got to step it level all the way up. Our language and our speech, that must be in righteousness, pure righteousness. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It's basically about fruit, you feel me? We don't want to be giving out bad fruit out into the earth, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like the evil tree in the garden that was giving out bad fruit. Yeah. So we be, you know what I'm saying, individuals, you feel me, or receptors, because our bodies are receptors, you know what I'm saying, and straight send out them vibrations out there to where it's bad fruit being given out. That's bad fruit being given out, and someone else will take that. Same way like how you influence somebody to do good. You can influence them to do bad. There's just no way around that. So if they catch you, because you are up under the microscope, not your family, not them, they're watching our walk. Because we are proclaiming the truth and we have the truth. So if we proclaim it and have it, and they see it's okay for us to call, oh, this old weak ass nigga. Right. Okay, in their mind, they gonna take the same thought process. Like,
I don't even need to change my speech. I ain't gotta change up nothing around them. That's what being in the truth is about. I heard him call him old poop butt ass nigga the other day. Now all these spiritual men fell out laughing. You see? Now I want to harness pure spiritual power, man. And to do that, not only must our vessels be clean, you know what I'm saying, able to harness that type of power, but what we speak has to be calculated and precise. Because when Elijah petitioned the heavens and the Most High heard his prayer and respected it, and he sent fire down on them sacrifices and drank up all that water, when he did all that, you understand, that was a precision strike. That ain't just like fire fell out of heaven and went into the ocean.
Right.
It came right to the very spot where he was praying and did the very thing in which he said it was going to happen. That's what we talking about. And that's what these heathens fear, man. These heathens actually fear, you understand, that the chosen people of the Almighty have what? Tap back in. Tap back in. Now you a threat, not black identity extremism. I mean, you really ain't doing nothing different than the Black Panthers. You know about your gun rights and you're feeding the neighborhood, which, okay. I mean, I'm never going to doubt that, but understand that, like, that's not a threat. A real threat is an Israelite man or woman or child that can petition the heavens and get immediate results. You understand? all bets is off. And if one of them can do it, just think about a whole nation of them. You feel me? Game over.
That's a problem,
right? So for us to get back to that, you understand, to really start applying what we see, because even Messiah said, "What you believe on me, you're gonna do greater works than these." Right now, I believe that he said it. I believe it. This is not ink on paper. You understand? I really believe it. So we're going to make it happen. All right. So first scripture we're going to go to is Matthew 12, 33 through 37. We went over that the other day, but I just wanted to rehash that. Matthew 12, 33 through 37. Y'all give me a 7 when y'all get there. Matthew 12, 33 through 37. Hallelujah. Y'all give me a 7 when y'all get there. Hallelujah. 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 All right. Matthew 12. Let's get her done. Matthew 12, 33 through 37.
Verse 33.
The secret treasure of the heart, part 2. All right, come on now.
Either make the tree good and his fruit good, or either make the tree corrupt and his fruit corrupt.
Come on.
For the tree is known by his fruit.
That's true, even on a physical level. You know what kind of tree you're dealing with based off the fruit that grows from it. A tree is known by its fruit. It's either good fruit or bad fruit. And depending on it being a good fruit or a bad fruit is based off the tree that created it. The tree that it grew on. All right, come on now.
Oh, generation of vipers.
Generation of who?
Generation of vipers.
Shiach was calling me in snakes. You generation of snakes. Right? You sound like you playing the funnies with anybody. Right? You generation of snakes. Right? Go ahead.
How can ye, being evil,
being who?
Being evil,
come on,
speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
So out of the abundance of what you're thinking about, you speak about what you think about. That's just the facts. You understand? Out of the abundance of the heart or the mind, the intellect, you understand? Your seat of emotions and all that. It's deeper than just with pumping your chest. Is where you actually form your thoughts at. You understand? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So you speak about what you think about. All right. What else we got? All right, come on.
A good man out of a good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things.
You see that? Bringeth forth good things. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart. In other words, if he has a righteous mindset, guess what he's going to be speaking about? Guess what he's going to be manifesting? Righteousness. Because he think about righteousness, he speak righteousness, and righteousness happen. You understand? Now, if that sounds like spookism to you, how is it that we've been able to speak up wickedness? You understand? Like, I wish a nigga would be in my seat and he'd be in your seat. You understand? Like, you straight speak, your mouth call it for strokes. You speak these things all the time. You just aren't aware of what you're doing. Hence this whole thing about being more responsible with our language and our speech. All right? A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bring forth good things. In other words, he thinks about it, he speaks about it, and righteousness is what manifests. All right? What else to say?
Verse 36. But I say unto you that evil idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment. They shall
give an account thereof in the day of judgment. You see that? Idle word or vain words. Like, so trip off every vain idle word you can say in your whole entire life. Trip off the vanity that has come off your mouth. The majority of the words that have left our mouths have been vanity. Seldom have it been righteous. Vanity. Every idle word, that should scare everybody. Think about everything you done said that had nothing to do with the kingdom of heaven. Think about it. Think about everything you said where you intentionally were trying to tear somebody down and hurt. Think about it. And you got to give an account to the judge in the day of judgment about every idle word that you done said. How much more judgment when you know better? How we beholders and guardians of this light and know better, and the world can't see it. You understand? We don't act better than heathens, especially about how we talk to one another. Impossible. All right, go ahead.
For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
So by your words, you're gonna be either saved or damned based off your words, man. Y'all heard that? You either gonna be saved or condemned based off your words. Words are series. Matter of fact, words are spirits. If you grab me John real quick. John 6:63. Words are spirits. Words are spirits. Words are byproducts of thoughts. A thought is invisible. Words are invisible. So how do you take something from the invisible to the visible? How do you do that? How do you make words visible? You got to write them down, don't you? Thus, the art of writing and reading. You understand? The art of bringing something from the invisible into the visible. And everything works like that. Everything works like that. There's a calling, there's a creation, there's a forming, and then there's a making. There's a final product of it. You understand? Everything goes through that. Right? It goes from the invisible, a first inspiration and imagination of thought. You understand? To you start writing certain things down. They call that what? Brainstorming. Writing certain things down. To you starting to accomplish certain things that's on the list until you got a finished product. You see? So words are spirit. If you knew that, then you can tell, okay, what I'm saying, I'm either pouring out righteous spirits or wicked spirits when I'm out here speaking. I'm either inspiring to be righteous or I'm inspiring to be wicked when I'm out here speaking. You understand? By your words, you're either going to be damned or saved. Whew, that's scary. And look, that's even more scary for you battle rap Negroes. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, boy. And I listen to some of that battle rap. Are you serious? For the sake of rhyming and for the sake of the crowd saying, ooh, you'll say some of the most wicked things that nobody should be saying. I'm talking about stuff like killing children and screwing your mother and popping the top off the preacher and all type of stuff, man. Shooting up the funerals and
talking about committing all type of heinous acts.
You know what I'm saying? Taking his woman and R. Kelly and his daughter, and you be like, boy, what? And you read every other words you got to give account of in the day of judgment. Boy, can you imagine on Judgment Day and the Messiah play back all your little battle raps? Ooh, boy, you spewing all type of evil forces out of your mouth. That's not good, man. That's not gonna be good in that day. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna be good. All right. So to show y'all that words are spirits, John 6:63. And the angels are rolling the live tape. That's right, Key Live. Yep. Shabbat Shalom, family. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, y'all. Verdale Jackson, Yahoo, Shon Yah, Shalom, family. Let's get it done. Y'all see the secret treasure of the heart, part 2. We're going over again, being calculated and precise with what you speak. You understand? If we ever want to be back as a nation to where we could petition the heavens and get immediate results, like when the Assyrians was about to attack us in the Book of Kings. You understand? We fasted and prayed, woke up the next morning thinking we was going to go to war, and the Most High sent one angel, and that angel laid down 185,000 Assyrians, their soldiers, overnight. Like that type of power was what the powers that be feared. Right? Yeah, everybody can go get guns now. They letting that happen. Even when I was watching that black identity extremist the one brother they locked up, and then they end up letting him out. So when he got out, they still is an open carry state, so they still walk around trying to police the neighborhoods and all that. Man, about 10 cops pulled up, got on the loudspeaker and say, put your hands up and make your guns visible. I was like, dang. Like, so even I hear y'all like with all that, but I'm saying is they show you who got the real power. Right while the camera roll. Oh yeah, y'all got these guns out there. Pull right up, and guess what they had to do? They had to put the guns down on the park bench. And then the police had to come over there and take your guns from you and examine them. They end up getting them back. You understand? But when it come down to who got the power, you see what I'm saying? They made it loud and clear who got the power. So you understand? It's the spiritual power. It's the spiritual power that they fear. And once we learn that, once you learn how to petition them heavens, once you learn how to make your temple and your vessel a conductor of the spirit of the Almighty, you understand? Then there's a problem. then there's a problem. Because now you're dealing with someone that can not only pray to their creator, but the creator respect their prayer and answers immediately. That's what these heathens fear. You feel me? And that's what you had. That's what you've lost. You understand? The connection to your power. All right, it's just what it is. All right. So let me show y'all words of spirits real quick. John 6:63. What did it say, y'all?
John 6, verse 63.
Yeah.
It is the spirit that quickeneth.
Yeah.
The flesh profiteth nothing.
The spirit that make alive. The flesh profits nothing. Right. Go ahead.
The words that I speak unto you,
right?
They are spirit, and they are life.
You see that? Words are spirit. You understand? Now, either you speak in spirit and life, or you speak in spirit and death, but they're spirits regardless. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to get inspired to say it. Man, Bible ain't no joke. You're learning about metaphysics and all type of stuff right out the Bible, man. Basic principles. You understand? So all praise and glory now. You got something else you want to hit? I see you over there. I see you over there navigating, brother. Y'all about to have your head busting off around there. If not, we just get to the Ephesians whenever you grab it.
It was just a second witness to that quickening. John 5, I'll start at 20. It say, for the Father loves the Son and shows him all things that himself does. And he will show him greater works than these, that ye are marveled. For as the Father raised up the dead and quickened them, even so the Son quicketh whom he will.
Quicken this meaning make alive. Josh Collins, what it do? We've been on 21 minutes and 45 seconds. I heard YouTube tripping, man. Like I even looked up some videos on it. There was some type of new settings they got going on. They're not notifying everybody for some type of analytical reason, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just this channel having the problems. There's a few others as well. So we've been over 21 minutes, man. We're going over the Treasures of the Heart Part 2. We hit that Matthew 12 first, and then we went over to John 6:63 to show that the words are spirits. You dig? So that's why we really have to be careful with what we're saying. Fasting and praying, very powerful as well. Though these are tools that you need to tap into the next realm, tap into the spiritual realm. Prayer, fasting, meditation too, man. You understand? And be willing to present your body as a set apart sacrifice, man. A lot of stuff you're going to have to let go of. A lot of things you're going to have to let go of if you're trying to level up. You're trying to level up, it's that certain things you're going to have to let go of. And you know what it is, because everybody deal with certain things. You know what I'm saying? So all praises. This is feeding the spirit. A lot of us walk around with only knowledge of who we are as a nation, but not who Yahushua is in us who follow and keep it. That's right. That's right, sis. That's right. That's right. If the whole goal is to follow Hamashiach and be as he is, and then he even says y'all gonna do greater, then that means that the Messiah is they call it the prototype or the example, the Most High's example on how you're supposed to perfectly worship him is the Messiah. You feel me? So we need to sit up under his kneecaps and learn from him. You understand? We learn from him the Torah, the different topics of the Torah, and what everybody arguing over. What did Hamashiach teach? You feel me? And in that you can't go wrong. Right. You can't go wrong. You feel me? And in that, through that type of teaching is how he gave his disciples and them spiritual power and all that. It's through him. It's through his teachings and all that. It's the fact. You know what I'm saying? You got something out? I see you over there. I see you rubbing them chin hairs, brother.
Yeah, man. Just another second witness.
Y'all see him do this? He got something. He's working on something.
Yeah, the second witness that Matthew 12 when it spoke of treasures. You know what I'm saying? I'm Matthew 19 where it say lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth. We use earthly language. You feel me? Earthly vibrations towards our people, towards priests. You know what I'm saying? We use earthly language towards a heavenly people. You feel me? That's you know what I'm saying? We should start using more of the Most High's vibrational words, even in Hebrew, because they give you a good feeling with even just rolling them off your tongue. So they say, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth where moth and rust corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Yeah. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Heavenly words. How do you do that? How do you lay up treasures in heaven, bro? It ain't with none of your physical things. It got to be something with doing with your tongue, bro, and your works. Charity and your works out your mouth. Laying up treasures in heaven. Putting in work for the Most High. You're not sitting back being idle, using idle words. You're not, let me run that back again. You're not sitting back being idle, using idle words. That's not what you're doing. You're doing what the scriptures say. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust does corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasures is, there will your heart be also, man. Your heart, man. Your heart, the treasures in your heart, man. Let's store them up for the kingdom. Not trip off these earthly vibrations, earthly things, man. They will only here for a time. This is just a testing site for us, man. This is just a testing site. See, are you willing or are you able to get in? Are you good enough to make it? Do you make the cut?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, real talk. Notice the Messiah, the master teacher, our ascended master teacher. Notice he said, well, your heart is where your treasure is at. So whatever is very, very valuable to you is on your mind a lot. You understand? So if this Bible, if this word, if the kingdom is very valuable to you, guess what you talk about majority of the time? This.
The abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Yeah. And your heart has the treasures right there. Oh, yeah. So you should have the treasures of the word in your heart, speaking it out instead of these idle words.
Makes sense. No, I'm saying, what? Express yourself. It makes sense. It makes sense, man. You see, whatever's very valuable to you is what you think about the most, man. Is what you think about. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So he was showing us even back then. Like all this new age knowledge everybody coming out with now, everybody think it's so esoteric and new, man. They getting it all from the Bible. They just not giving the Bible props. They not saying, we actually got that out the Bible. You know what I'm saying? They act like they just arrived, like somebody knocked on their door and dropped off a FedEx package of understandings. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Let's get to this Ephesians. We're going to Ephesians, the 5th chapter next, family. Ephesians chapter 5 is where we're going next. Ephesians, the 5th chapter. All praise, glory, and honor to the Almighty for allowing us to come together on another set-apart day, Shabbat day, and to throw down and feast on His word, man. Yeah, it's hard, but see, that's the whole thing. You feel me? It's supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. See, this is the thing. This is the thing. You can't grow being comfortable. You can't grow being comfortable. Everybody in the scripture that the Most High, like we read about, and like, man, that was hard. That was great. That was a stand-up brother or sister for the Almighty. Do you notice that every last one of them had to go through several fiery trials? You understand? Like, for real, think about it. Every last one of them, whoever you name.
Even daughters.
They wasn't comfortable sitting back how you are today. See, the Israelite thing that became religified and sissified today. Religified and sissified. I'm talking like I'm back in the civil rights era. You know what I'm saying? But the Israelite movement then became religified. That's what has happened here. You see? But everyone that the Most High dealt with, man, it don't matter who you talking about. Like, they became who they are to us today that we read about after they went through it. You feel me? Had Moses never left Egypt, he would never been Moses. To us, had he never left Egypt, went through that wilderness, arrived at Jethro, went to the burning bush, then came back. You feel me? He'd have never been Moses. He'd just been some general that, you feel me, that died in Egypt. You see? So, all of Job would have just been a regular rich guy out east had he never went through that wager that the Most High and the enemy had on his life. You wouldn't even read about it. Because the difference between Job and the other rich men that was out east was Job had to go through his fiery trial. He couldn't be comfortable because you can't grow in comfort. That's the problem. You can't grow in comfort. You have to go through what's adverse. You got to go through that fiery trial to become great. Now, if you want to be all regular, just run of the mill, then, like he told him in the movie Troy, they'll never remember you. They'll never remember you. That's why you'll never be remembered. You know what I'm saying? The old boy came and got him and was like, man, you're fighting is big. He like, so? He said, I wouldn't want to fight anyone like that. I wouldn't even go. He pointed his sword at him and said, that's why no one will ever remember your name. And rolled off. You understand? You understand? Until you're ready to go through that which is adverse to you and come out unscathed and come out even better. You understand? You could never be that great man or woman that the Most High created you to be. You feel me? So don't be afraid of trials and tribulations. Don't be afraid of adversity. You understand? It's what's needed for you to become great. It's for you to realize your full spiritual potential. Let's go to Ephesians 5. We're going to start at verse 1.
All right. Ephesians 5, verse 1. Be ye therefore followers of Yahweh as dear children, and walk in love as Christ Yahweh also have loved us and has given himself for us in offering and a sacrifice to Yahweh for a sweet smelling savor. But fornication,
right,
and all uncleanliness,
right,
or covetousness, let it not be once named among you as becoming saints.
See, so we see here the Most High holds us to a high standard. May the Most High bless you all for your righteous arms as well. But knows the Most High holds us to a high standard. You understand? He straight told him right here to walk in love as a Mashiach also have loved us and have given himself for us as an offering. Notice he kicked it off and said, be followers of Yahweh. See that? Walk in love, man. Love is the keeping of the commandments. And always keep in mind that Hamashiach Yahweh Shah gave himself as a sacrifice. That should be on your mind every day, every second of the day. I got, what I'm saying? The master, our ascended master died for me. Died for me so I can get a chance at becoming this perfect example to serve the Most High. You understand? So I can follow after him and walk like him. Because he's the perfect example. You want to serve the Almighty? Become Christ. Be like Christ. You understand? You want to perfectly serve the creator of heaven and earth? Become like Christ. Come like the Messiah. You see? So notice he kicked it off and said, look, this is how you're supposed to walk. And keep in mind that the Mashiach gave himself not just as no regular sacrifice, a sweet smelling savor. That means the Most High accepted that. That means the Most High seen that sacrifice and say, I accept that. I respect that right there. Right? Just like when you smell something good and say, I want that. All right? Now, then he say, guess what can't be named amongst us? Since we got access to this type of spiritual power and authority, guess what can't be named amongst us? You see that right there?
Fornication.
Come on.
All uncleanliness or covetousness. Let it not be once named among you as becometh saints.
See? That can't be named amongst us. That can't be named amongst us as becoming saints. So in this thing, you can't do what you want to do? No, who told you that? Who told you can come up in here and do what you want to do? Right? We talking about harnessing spiritual powers, right? Right? We talking about becoming that messianic nation, you understand, that follow Mashiach, that perfect example to worship the Almighty, right? So guess what can't be named amongst you? And if this is going on amongst you, guess what? Repent and get yourself together. And those around you that's in leadership supposed to be bringing judgments down on these situations, man. We ain't talking about killing nobody, but you know what I'm saying? When it's time for rebuking, a Negro gets rebuked. Why? So they can feel ashamed and say, boy, I better not ever do that again. Boy, dang. Boy, took my head off of that. You see? That's just what it is. But notice to say that can't be named amongst us. But what else? Watch this. What else can't be named amongst us?
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Neither filthiness.
Neither filthiness. Come on.
Nor foolish talking.
Nor foolish talking. Now, y'all know what that is. Trip off all your conversations, right? You done had in your lifetime, and then trip off all your conversations you done had since you done been in the truth. Oh, wait. because that's what you really gonna be held accountable for. Is what you were doing with your mouth and your tongue after you got this knowledge. You see? Foolish talking ain't supposed to be named amongst us, just like fornication ain't to be named amongst us. It's like covetousness ain't supposed to be named amongst us. Foolish talking either. That's part of this. You wonder why we wake up in the morning and our mouth tastes like death. What all you say during the day? What all you think about? Like, what's going on here? You imagine all the wickedness we've been spewing out our mouth and then turn around and say, I love the Most High. Do you? Do you? Filthy talking. What else, Hebrew?
Neither filthiness nor foolish talking, nor jesting.
Nor who?
Nor jesting.
Nor jesting. What is jesting? G2160. Utrapelia. Utrapelia. G2160, right? It says pleasantry, humor, facetiousness in a bad sense, scurry, ribaldry, low jesting. That's just that's that good old fashioned joning to tear somebody down. You know what I'm saying? That's that Bernie Mackin and Cat Williams. You know, every other word is an MFer. The mother father. I told that mother father that if that mother father didn't have mother father money by mother father 2 p.m., that mother father was going. Boy, that MF is a person, place, thing.
Yup.
It's everything, ain't it?
Person, place, or a thing.
It's everything. Let that not once be named amongst us, man. You're not supposed to be talking like that. These things are not becoming of a priest or a king. You understand? Real talk. Or jesting, right? And how ironic, man. See, the crazy part about it is how ironic that that's what we done grew accustomed to being good at. We done got good at jesting and foolish talking, boy. We done mastered that.
Best at it, boy.
You understand? We done mastered that. You feel me? And y'all, anything basically that comes about your mouth also to tear down. Like anytime you done joned on somebody, that wasn't to make them strong or build them up. Like you get a kick out of seeing people down. You get a kick out of knowing you done hurt somebody, whether physically or spiritually. We do, man. The whole head is sick. The whole body is sick with us. You get a kick out of that. Somebody fall and almost break their neck. You out there laughing. Ah! Look at that. The brother about broke his neck, man. You see, we got that
hard and shit.
Yeah, got it way bad, man. All right, so look what can't be named amongst us as saints, right? And he also said jesting. What else we got?
Which are not convenience, but rather give of thanks.
Giving of thanks is convenient, man. Not jesting and joning and low blowing and you know what I'm saying? Real talk. Giving thanks unto the Almighty. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 5. Yeah. For this ye know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man who is an idolater have any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ Yahushua and God.
See, now, so don't get mad at us because you may be on that list. Repent. That's what it comes down to, man. Because he let you know that if you want into this kingdom, you want access to that type of power. Well, you got to hold yourself to a high standard. The Most High done raised the bar on us, man. So you can go worship any other god you want, and they not gonna hold you to these standards, right here. You can screw who you want to screw as a Buddhist. You understand? I asked them Egyptologists, all them niggas into that Pan-African Egyptology and all that, man. Man, what are you talking about? Like the morals and the laws and stuff that the Most High has set up for us, they can care less about because their gods don't hold them to that. All right. What else we got? What else we got?
Verse 6.
Yeah.
Let no man deceive you with vain words.
See, that tongue again. Let no man deceive you with vain words. Then the Messiah say, every idle word that man shall speak. Idle words are vain words. Let no man deceive you with vain words. Right? Go ahead.
It says, for because of these things come up the wrath of Yahweh upon the children of disobedience.
If you were deceived by vain words or a false tongue, the wrath of the Most High abideth on you. See? So that's especially for those that listen, just come around and just listen, and also for those that speak. Because somebody could just have the gift to gab, and it just sounds right to you. But you could be deceived if you're not even holding them to the same standards you holding everybody else to. You could be deceived because you feel he speaks so well, he wouldn't tell me nothing wrong anyway. You feel me? See, so let no man deceive you with vain words. The wrath of the Almighty come down on the children of disobedience. See, so we can't act like what we talk about don't mean nothing, man. Right? Our language is supposed to be calculated and precise, righteous. See what I'm saying? Foolish talking and jesting must be put away from us because it don't inspire righteousness. You feel me? All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 7. Be not ye therefore partakers with them, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord Yahweh. Walk as children of light.
Walk as children. You was once in darkness. You was once there, right? But now you in light. So now you held accountable. Now the standard has been raised. Walk as children of light. And if you a son and daughter of light, guess what? You ain't just spewing out whatever out of your mouth. You just not no impulse speaker. Whatever come on your mind, nigga, I'm gonna speak. I'm like that. I'm real. You see? And we think that's cool. It ain't cool, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 9. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth. It say, proving what is acceptable unto Yahweh, and having no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness.
And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. It's just unfruitful. It's unfruitful.
But rather reprove them.
Reprove them. Go ahead.
For it is a shame even to speak of those things, which are done of them in secret.
It's a shame to even speak of those things which are done of them in secret. You see? So look, again, if you a son and daughter of the light, hold yourself to that. Hold yourself to this high standard. You understand? Because we are going to need to harness spiritual power in these last days. You understand? We want the Most High to respect our prayers as a people. Now, how are we going to do that if we can't even deal with each other? How you love the Most High, but you hate your brother? You understand? Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Beautiful.
Come on.
But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever does make a manifest is light.
Whatever makes manifest is light, exactly. Because it's just like you walk in an all dark house and you turned on a little bit of light. The darkness start fleeing. The light reveals what's righteous and what's not. The light reveals. You ever caught somebody doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing under the covers, and you didn't cut the lights on? They try to throw the covers over it.
Get back in the darkness.
Yeah, because the light manifests. The light reveals what it is. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 14.
Yeah.
Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepeth, and arise from the dead, and Yahweh shall give thee light. See them that ye walk circumspectly.
Who?
Circumspectly.
Circumspectly, meaning pay attention. Be aware of what you're doing and how you're doing it, man. Walk circumspectly. Come on,
not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Yeah, redeeming the time, for the days are evil. So how do you redeem the time? By being righteous in mindset, you understand, in speech and in manifestation. You're righteous. That's how you redeem the time, because these days are evil. Make no mistake about it. Beyond evil. All right? And we need to draw closer and closer to our power, man. God means power. Elohim, it means power. We need to draw closer and closer to our power, man. You understand? And connect, tap back in. That's what they fear. That's what they fear. You understand? To be able to harness that type of power, for the Almighty to start respecting our prayers. But for that to happen, we must what? Conduct ourselves and speak a certain way, man, that He requires of us. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh is.
Yeah, what's his will? To fear him and keep his commandments. You understand? To become like Hamashiach. Mashiach is the perfect example on how you to serve the Almighty perfectly. It's a Mashiach. And we all supposed to be striving to become him. You understand? To become him. You better enroll in Melchizedek University, man. You better hurry up. In other words, sit up under the kneecaps of the Messiah, study his teachings, and master them. Master his teachings. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit.
So notice talking about access of wine. That don't mean you can't drink wine, brothers and sisters. Some people choose not to. It's not a sin, but notice it said wherein is access. Access of wine makes you drunk. In other words, too much wine. All right, go ahead.
Verse 19.
Yeah.
Speaking to yourselves in psalms.
Hold on. So now you're using your tongue, right? And you're speaking to yourselves in, what did it say? In what?
In psalms.
In psalms, right? Go ahead.
And hymns.
And hymns.
And spiritual songs.
And spiritual songs, right? You see what's supposed to be coming off your mouth? Now, I heard them niggas don't like me. I know where your kids and your wife be. Busting your head to the white meat.
White meat.
See? You see how we use our tongues to inspire violence against one of the Most High's creation. But he says spiritual songs, psalms, and hymns. You see that? And in that we're invoking the presence of the Almighty. His presence. His presence is what we need, you understand? To combat a beast that said they coming up with a space force. What you talking about? The battle of beasts that tell you artificial intelligence done went so far, we are afraid of it now. Yeah. You're going to need to be able to tap into the source. The power, owner, and creator of all things, man. Yahweh. Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. All right, come on now. We're going down to verse 20. Then we're going to jump.
All good. All right. Singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh.
Right.
Giving thanks always for all things unto God and the Father. In the name of our Lord Yahushua.
In the name of the Master Yahushua. Always give him thanks. All right, drop that 2 Kings 2. 2 Kings 2, 23 through 25. We're going to talk about the prophet Elisha. Not Elijah at this point, but Elisha. 2 Kings, y'all. 2 Kings chapter 2. We'll read 23 to 25. Yeah, the secret treasure of the heart. The tongue, man. That tongue. You know about what somebody's thinking. You know what's a treasure that's in someone's heart based off what they're speaking. You understand? Whatever they speak about the most, that's very valuable to them. That's why anyone that runs across you should know that you serve the Most High. Like, it should nobody that run across me, you understand? And then somebody else will say, yeah, that's Mally, that's the Hebrew. And brother be like, for real? I done known him 10 years. I ain't never heard him talk nothing about the Bible. That's bad. That mean you one way around your brothers and another way in the world. There ain't nobody run across me, you understand, that can speak on me. You understand? That don't know. Yeah, that's the brew right there. And he Israelite. He one of them brothers into the Bible. He one of them, here come Moses. He one of them brothers. One of them brothers that believe everybody was black in the Bible. You know, believe Moses was black and Jesus was black. Yeah, I'm one of them. You understand? And when I come around, you already know. And spread the word before you even come around. You come around, everybody be all stiff bootied and don't say nothing. And yeah. So we're gonna go read about this right here, 2 Kings, right? Chapter 2, 23 through 25. Y'all get some understanding thus far. If you get some understanding, give us a 7 up in the chat. Give us a 7 up in the chat if y'all get some understanding. We have to become more calculated, more precise, and more righteous in our speech. Right? I want to be able to chase 1,000 heathens. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to heal. I want to be able to go right down to Barnes Hospital and put all the doctors out of business. How about that? go on down there and then do some healing your way up. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Do some healing your way up. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
You know, just do this work. All right, everybody getting some understanding. Hallelujah, Yah. Shine Yah. Praise Yah. All right, we in 2 Kings 2, 23 through 25. Showing you that you can't just say what you want to whoever. Let's read.
2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel. Mm-hmm. And as he was going...
Read 22 so we know what we're talking about. Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. Verse 22. So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saving of Elisha, which he spake. And he went up from thence unto Bethel. Mm-hmm. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head.
So you got little children coming around and they're doing what we just read you ain't supposed to be doing, jesting, foolish talking. And it ain't just with anybody, it's with someone that the Most High honors and respects, right? This is one of his prophets. So this shows you can't just talk how you want to anybody, man. See what I'm saying? This shows you right here, you better watch your mouth, even if you are a short letter. Even if you are a child, better watch your mouth. You understand? The Most High holds our words, and what we say, we hold us accountable for them, man. That's why the scripture had told the parents, man, look, speak about this law with your children while they lying down, while you eating with them, while you walking by the way with them. Keep this on their mind. You understand? And for one, children running up calling any type of man, period, out his name without speaking to him with honor and respect, it's way off. So you got these children, they come mocking, they come doing some jesting, but they're mocking Elisha, clear prophet of the Most High. Mm-hmm. Somebody that rode with Elijah, who was called him to the heavens. You understand? That Elisha. And here comes some children come mocking him, calling him bald head. Right? Come on, Hebrew.
He say, and he turned back and looked at them and cursed them in the name of Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. And there came forth 2 she-birds out of the woods and turned forth and 2 children of them.
And turned 40.
And turned 40 and 2 children of them.
So he turned around and cursed them in the name of the Almighty. And 2 she-birds came up out of wherever they was and devoured 42 so-called children. That's serious. That's serious. Instead of getting emotional and saying, what kind of God would allow it? Guess what you're supposed to learn from that? You can't be loose slipping out here, man. You can't be just speaking how you want to whoever you want, man. If that's somebody that the Most High deal with, you could be answering for that. You can't just talk to who you want to talk to, however you want to talk to. You understand? Even if you're children. And that's why our children are supposed to be in order and in check. You understand? My children can't run up on no adult calling them out their name or none of that. Is you crazy?
Right.
You see? So instead of getting emotional, what do we learn from this? So none of our children get devoured by 2 she-birds. Talk with honor and respect, man. You feel me? It don't matter if you're grown or you're a child. Obviously, it do.
Right.
Obviously, it don't matter.
No.
Yeah, man. Serious. All right, go ahead and finish it off, bro.
And he went forth thence to Mount Carmel.
All right, drop that. Give me one verse. Proverbs 15 and 7. One verse. Proverbs 15 and 7. So many children in the world are being taken from this world too. Yeah. It's a serious thing, man. It's a serious thing. You feel me? Again, Secret Treasures of the Heart, Part 2, going into how our language is supposed to be calculated and precise and righteous. You feel me? And not just impulsive and you just say whatever you want to. You understand? Like, that's not how it's supposed to be. Us being the chosen people of the Almighty, we ought to deal with each other and speak with each other with respect and honor. You understand? The children can't even get out of the box. They even supposed to be instructed and trained up, you understand, for their words to be calculated and precise, period. You feel me? And if you don't get them together, oh, well, you know, maybe the police will. Maybe the police will get them together. You understand? When he tell them hands up and he don't put his hands up and try to go in on the police and the police Swiss cheese them. You see? No, man, we gotta teach our short leggers, teach our wives, teach our brothers how to speak and when to speak.
Yeah. Well, that's a good one. When to speak.
Yeah.
When to speak, man. Because you closing your mouth can save you out of a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Just be quiet, man. Just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
The old saying goes, even a fish wouldn't get in trouble if he kept his mouth shut. Even a fish, because he got to open his mouth to eat that bait.
Yeah.
That's how he get caught. Keep your mouth shut, man. All right. All right, we going to
Proverbs 15:7.
What does it say? One verse.
It says, the lips of the wise disperse knowledge.
The lips of the wise disperse knowledge. Come on.
But the heart of the foolish does not so.
The mind of the foolish don't do that. You see, we talking about lips. That's again, it shows you that your words are a byproduct of your thinking. Because notice it said the lips of the wise, but then it went into the heart of the foolish. Because again, you speak about what you think about. The foolish can't pour that out because they're not thinking about it. Huh? Makes sense. All right, give me Proverbs 18. I need Proverbs 18, 1-8, and then give me verse 20. Right. Proverbs 18, 1-8, the secret treasure of the heart, part 2. Guard your grill, family. Guard your grill. That's what the scriptures is going into. Guard your grill. In other words, be more calculated with your words. Think about something, think about it, then say it. Like if I say this right now, that's going to destroy the whole situation. Let me be quiet. Let me speak that, you know what I'm saying, in its due season. How about that? Feel me? If I say it like this, you understand, they're not going to understand it. How about I say it like this? Right? That's how we got to be. That's how we got to be. All right, Proverbs 18.
Proverbs 18, verse 1.
Yeah.
It says, through desire, a man, having separated himself, seeking an intermeddle with all wisdom.
Come on.
A fool has no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself.
Come on.
When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy.
Whatever that say. Go ahead, bro.
Ignominy, reproach. The words of a man's mouth are as deep water.
You heard that? The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters. We keep going back to these words. Right back to the lip and the tongue. If we talking about words, right? The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters. Go ahead.
And a well springing of wisdom as a flowing brook.
Come on.
It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment.
Letting it be known. You feel me? Just because you cool with the wicked, you understand, don't mean the righteous is supposed to get punished. All right? Go ahead. Verse 6.
A fool's lips enter into contention.
A fool's lips. A fool is someone without wisdom. You understand? A fool's lips enter into contention. You understand? He gonna speak it and he gonna manifest it. And you gonna look up and the whole club gonna be fighting. You can't act like what you think about and what you speak don't become reality. Because how you thinking about static or beef, you get to the club and you say it's gonna be static or beef. Then let me go ahead and grab a hammer. You understand? And then it ended up being that. You thought about it, you spoke it, and it manifested. The fool's lips enter into contention. Come on, Hop.
And his mouth cometh from strokes.
And his mouth calleth for strokes. Your mouth called for them strokes. You see? Loose lipping, man. Loose lipping, your mouth. That's something that we have not mastered. Man has conquered everything except his tongue. Man has conquered everything, man. Everything except his tongue. And that's something we must master, especially us being a nation of priests. We ain't to speak to each other like that, man. Can't call this man no poo butt ass little boy. Huh? I can't call my other a hoe ass nigga. That don't even sound right, do it, boy. That's like,
like hands finna come up, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that make my chest hurt, man. I dare not speak to you like that. You feel me? We don't have to speak to each other. Those are things not becoming a priest. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. He walking up at her like he, brother.
Branches on.
Did my mouth call for strokes, brother? Did my mouth call for strokes?
Shabbat Shalom,
brother.
Oh man, what up, priest? What up, priest?
Y'all say shalom to the worldwide family.
Shalom
family. But like Ed just said, servants with a sword, them fighting words, man. We can't talk to each other like that. We're supposed to inspire righteousness. These are priests, these are kings, these are brothers, these are Israelites. There's many other things you can say to them. What up, my nigga? Huh? With your weak ass. That don't sound right, bro. That don't sound right, man.
No, man.
And then, you know, when you say certain things, then certain brothers gonna make you prove that. You know that, right? Yeah. Bro, like, we got to step on our side. I got to prove that. So weak. What are you doing, brother? We got to get ourselves together, man. All right. All right, so read that verse again. A fool's lip
enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes.
Woo, come on.
A fool's mouth is his destruction.
You heard that? A fool's mouth is his destruction. That's what his destruction. A fool's mouth. He thought about it and he called it on himself. Don't know how to be quiet. Don't know how to speak and when to speak. Right? Go ahead.
And his lips are snared, or the snares of his heart.
Of his soul. Come on.
Of his soul.
Verse 8.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
The words of a talebearer are as wounds. Ooh. And they go down into the innermost parts of the belly.
So again, the whole phrase "sticks and stones may break my bones" is false, man. The words that never hurt me, all that's false. But we just read the words of a talebearer are as wounds. And they go down to the innermost parts of the belly. Give me verse 20.
I got you.
Yeah.
A man's belly shall satisfy with the fruit of his mouth.
Oof.
Boy.
Oof. With the fruit of his mouth. Is that what that said?
Boy, that's twofold. You got to see that twofold. And with the increase of his lips shall he be filled.
Hallelujah. Give me verse 21.
Verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue.
That tongue, something else, ain't it? Boy? Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Come on now.
And they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
Flat out. You love life or you love death. You're going to devour it. Like, give me Deuteronomy 23 next. Let's go to it in the law. Let's go to it in the Torah. Deuteronomy 23, verses 21 through 23. Y'all give us a 7 when y'all get there. Deuteronomy 23, verses 21 to 23. Shabbat shalom to everybody just entering. All praises, glory, and honor to the owner, creator, and possessor of all things.
All praise.
Honor and glory of his only begotten beloved Son, who's currently sitting at his right hand right now as we speak. Long live the King.
Long live the King.
Thank the Most High for another Shabbat, man. Come through and throw down on his holy word.
Yeah, man. Be thankful to the Most High, man. You blessed to see another Shabbat, man. When the Shabbat come in, all your problems, man, let them deals go out that door, man. You are blessed to see another Shabbat. He didn't have to let you see it, man. He didn't have to do it for you, man. All the people that's getting took up out of here, you know what I mean? We done went to a couple funerals just within this past year. And other brothers, we wouldn't even thought it might be there. So, man, be thankful that you made it to see the Shabbat, man, the day of rest, man. So, you know, put in your work in. It might be your day to pass on the Shabbat. You done put in your work. You done put in your work.
Real talk, Doc. Let's get to it in the Torah, Deuteronomy 23. And this is going into how important our words are. You understand? This is part 2 to what we did the other night, but very important. Again, our words need to be calculated because dealing with the Almighty, you could do what's called a vow. A vow, huh? All right, and the vows are serious because they tell you in the scripture, if you vow it, you better pay it. Better pay it. All right?
Yeah.
All right, so Deuteronomy 23. Deuteronomy 23. Let's do 21 to 23, my brother.
Deuteronomy 23.
Oh, poop butt ass nigga.
We're gonna start at verse 21 or 20.
I can't, you feel me? Because eventually they call it for strokes. We just read it. They call it for strokes. We just read it, man.
20 or 21?
21.
21.
You're going
21. When thou shalt vow a vow unto the Lord Yahweh thy power, thou shalt not slack to pay it. For the Lord Yahweh thy power will surely require it of thee, and it would be sin in thee.
Y'all hear that? You make a vow and you don't pay it, huh? The Most High can require that of you, and it'll be a sin, showing you that our words were taken way more serious in the ancient world than they are now. You feel me? And this still applies dealing with the Most High, even though we didn't change, he don't change. You understand? Your words are still being weighed in the balance. They are still being recorded. Every idle word you speak, you got to give an account of in the day of judgment. This is showing you that the culture we've been reared up in and raised in is not putting an emphasis on honoring your word. You can just say whatever today and don't fulfill it.
Right, man. And we get into that mindset real easy. Like, man, we done got the truth. It's over. Ain't no more to do. We good. We can sit back and relax, and that's okay, man. But think about all the stuff you done did before, and then just to have this class, sir. I'm sitting here reading, and I am the reader. And I'm sitting there like, man, he cracking my head. Man, all that stuff I used to say, even in the truth. So let's take the years. Say I've been in this walk 10 years. So the 10 years that I've walked in saying that, I'm finna take the next 10 years, most high willing, I get to see that and use all priestly words to counteract that, because it's gonna be held in the balance, man. Yeah. It's gonna be held in the balance.
Right. Think about all the stuff you done said to straight ridicule or somebody, man. Majority of the words that came out your mouth in your life have been vain. Majority of them. Stop acting like you're righteous.
Real talk.
Or stop acting. Come on now. We done went through adolescence and all. Is you crazy?
How many songs have you quoted?
What?
You know, you riding down the highway singing them songs and singing all that. I'm gonna shoot this nigga. I'm saying the same exact thing they saying, but it's coming out of who mouth?
Bang bang. I shot you down. Bang, bang. He hit the ground.
Bang, bang.
Dang! We rap about it, man. We try to, and again, when you battle rap brothers, you understand? You better get your new profession. Unless you out there battle rapping and freestyling about the Most High and trying to build somebody up. But for the most part, boy, a battle rapper for the sake of rhyming will talk about killing your children. Yeah. For the sake of rhyming, he'll talk about having sex with your woman. For the sake of rhyming. You see? Every idle word, man, we're going to give an account of in the day of judgment. That scared me.
Yeah, it does.
How many times you done been on the phone, you know, growing up, young teen, late night, like, yeah, girl, you know. No. See, when I was growing up, we didn't have cell phones. We had the landline.
Yeah, that big boy.
And your old dude could pick the phone up. Hello? Boy, get off this phone! It's past midnight. Little mama hang the phone up. Hey.
Yeah, both y'all hang the phone up right quick. Oh, shit. You swinging sweet nothing.
Yeah, what? What you talking about?
Oh, man.
Oh, me, what?
But even something so small as us in the truth, and we be like, all right, bro, I'll be back. Yeah. And then 9 times out of 10 after that, I'll be back. You already, before you even said, you already know you're not
coming back. Yeah. That's an idle word.
And then the brother feel it too, like, he ain't coming back.
He ain't coming back.
This bro ain't coming back.
Yeah.
And it's like, even that's something so small as that, you know what I'm saying, we have to be aware of.
Yeah. Most High willing, I'm coming back.
Most High willing.
You know what I'm saying? Or just tell me now, I'm going home, bro. Yeah. for the sake of you not feeling a certain way, I tell you I'm coming back. Yeah. Lying.
Bro.
You feel me? Just that's our tongue, because we don't feel we're gonna be held accountable for our words.
Yeah.
We actually feel that, man. And the scriptures say the total opposite. Scripture say the total opposite. All right. All right, come on, Hebrew. Where we at?
Verse 22.
Yeah.
Verse 22. But if thou shalt forbear to vow, it shall be no sin in thee.
See, like you the one chose to vow.
Close your mouth.
Be quiet, man. You over there fat mouth and walk that. What you talking about?
On my mama.
Nigga, on my mama. Nigga, I'll fast 30 days, no water, no food. What you talking about, nigga? Huh?
I swear.
Boy, Most High make it very, boy. Hey, that first day go by, over. Phone ringing, Hebrews calling you, boy. We got that lamb over here. Oh, man, it's over.
It's over.
Watch your mouth, man. Close your mouth. All right, what else is that?
Verse 23. That which is gone out of thy lips, thou shalt keep a perform.
And perform. Whatever come out your lips, you better perform.
Keep and perform.
Yeah.
Even a free will offering, according as thou hast vowed unto the Lord Yahweh thy God power. It say, which thou hast promised with thy mouth.
You promised it with your mouth. You opened your mouth. That which is I like that verse. I like where you come in. It say, that which is going out of thy lips, thou shalt keep and perform. It's serious, man. You feel me? I always add, if it's the Most High's will at the end of what you're talking about. And sometimes it ain't nothing wrong with telling somebody no. Nah, I can't do that. That'd be all right. You feel me? Better you say, yeah, I'll be right back, and you don't perform it. You understand? Better you tell them no than you'll be right back and you ain't coming right back. You understand? So we got work to do. Again, one of us could chase 1,000 back then. You understand? We got prophets that could petition the heavens and call in an airstrike. Call fire out of heaven and it drop right where they sacrificing at. Bye. You feel me? So they wasn't walking around just loose living how we are today. Everybody's a comedian today. The scripture just said foolish talking. What did it say? It said foolish talking and jesting, let it not once be named among. We jesting is joning. Foolish. Just looked it up. Foolish talking and jesting, let it not once be named among you as becoming saints. We not even really applying the scripture, man. This thing that became religified.
Yeah.
It's just religion now. You're not applying it though. And you don't even fear the judgment that's coming behind it. Yeah, how should I say it? By your words, you're either gonna be saved or damned. Ooh. Every idle word, like if it just said, some of the things, or once you came into it said every idle word. That's your skirt. That's your skirt. You know what I'm saying? So how about we become more calculated and more precise with what we're saying, man? Right. You feel me? Because it's the Most High that requires that of us. What if the Most High word was like ours? Oh. Man, thank him that his word ain't like ours. Right. Ooh. Because you ain't even conquered your tongue, nor do you fulfill anything that come out your mouth. Thank him that he ain't like us. Straight up, man. I dropped that. Let's get Numbers the 30th chapter. This is another good one right here. Numbers the 30th chapter is another one. This is about hearing vows. Like hearing vows and all that. Show you, man, what come off this mouth is serious, man. Deal with your brothers and sisters in honor, even if you disagree with them. Deal with them with a level of respect and honor, man.
Right. Gotta be a level of respect. We gotta up the bar of respect. We think respecting a man, you feel me, is calling him, nigga or talking bad to him, but just joking. Long as he know I'm playing, right. Then I'm respecting him. That's basically, if you listen very well to what I said, that's basically how it is. As long as he know that I'm playing, then I'm respecting him. Regardless of the words that I said that we know that's disrespectful, he know I'm playing, so it's okay. So Yahweh ain't listening like that idle words you just said, I'm going to judge. Regardless of how he feel, I'm judging that.
See, that's the thing. That's the problem with you Negroes. You play too much. This is not recess.
Oh, man.
For the children to see monkey bars and say, yes! And they just be swinging. This not recess. That's all. That's the problem. Everybody want to play. Or everybody want to act. Go join Hollywood. And see if you so-called actors ain't got it bad in their day too. Because how many of you actors, for the sake of acting, then read a script that went against the Most High? You feel me? You couldn't pay me enough words to say F my creator. You couldn't have paid me enough to act like the devil and the devil's advocate. Is you crazy, man? Let's think about the stuff that you're forced. Well, you can't even say forced. You chose to do it because you wanted to be active.
Free will.
Think about the words you said reading the script because you're playing, right? You just acting.
You're just acting.
See, what you don't realize is words are spirits. That's why the Most High take it that serious. Because you're speaking either dark spirits or righteous spirits out of your mouth. You understand? And realities are being manifested behind this. You talked about murdering before you murdered. Them niggas popped up and murder. You talk about it. Wish a nigga would look at my. Boy, I wish a nigga would look like he could. I wish a nigga would. I wish a nigga. I wish a nigga. And then guess what's happening? You got in the shootout. It's on and pop.
Yeah, no
You
doubt.
called it. We read in Proverbs 18. Your lips call it for strokes.
And if you really trip off of it, it goes back to this, all the way back to the garden. You know what I'm saying? What did he do? It came that wicked knowledge came off his mouth. You know what I'm saying? It came off his mouth and she ate of it, bro. Out of his wicked lips came wicked understanding. Was no understanding in that nigga. And she gave it, and he gave it to her off of his lips. She took it in because the words that we say, they affect people.
Yeah.
They affect people and they influence people. So if I got children out here, you are one of my children, I don't want you saying all this bull jive to affect my other children. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. I got to punish you. Now I got to deal with them too because how you infected them with your bad fruit that you was putting out here in this earth. Come on, man. Let's level up, tighten up, and be better.
Guard your grill, man. They say it all the time in the street. Hey, man, guard your grill. Put some collar on them lips, man. Put a collar on them lips. You understand? That's what the Most High is decreeing, not us. The Most High is decreeing this thing. There should be a difference in somebody that's in the truth and then somebody that's in the world when your mouth opens. It shouldn't be like, I can't tell the difference. Nah, both, no. He was speaking about the Most High. He was speaking about, I felt like I left with a piece of God after talking to that brother. He was talking about rat beef. But he was talking about the Almighty. You see? Come on, Hebrew, let's get this.
Numbers 30, verse 1.
Yeah.
And Moshe spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel.
We talk to the leaders of the tribes, right? Showing you structure even in this time. Structure, the leaders of the tribes. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Saying, this is the thing which the Lord Yahweh has commanded. If a man vow a vow unto the Lord Yahweh, or swear an oath and to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word.
He shall not what?
He shall not break his word.
Do not break your word, man. You done vowed it to whatever you done vowed to the Most High, you better not break. You better not break. All right, come on now.
He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth.
That's beautiful, man. You should thank the Most High that he's a God that holds you accountable.
Yeah, man.
It keeps you structured. It keeps you disciplined. You feel me? Not like how we always reared up in these churches or these little Muslim mosques or whatever, but there's no accountability of what you speak. The Most High gonna hold you to it, man. All right, come on now.
If a woman also vow a vow unto the Lord Yah, and bind herself by a bond.
See, a vow is a binding oath. That's like when you go to court, they ask you, do you swear? You ain't got to do that. You just say, I affirm. An affirmation. Meaning I'm going to try to the best of my ability to tell you what it is. But to swear or vow, this is a binding oath here, man. You see? This is a binding oath. Come on now.
Being in her father's house in her youth, and her father heard her vow and her bond within she had bound her soul, and her father shall hold his peace at her. Then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she hath bonded her soul shall stand.
Come on.
But if her father disallow her in the day that he heareth not any of her vows or her bond wherewith she hath bonded her soul shall stand, and the Lord Yahweh shall forgive her, because her father disallowed her.
So it's showing you that the father, when the daughter is in his house under his authority, you understand, he got power even over her prayers, even over her vows. Like he could have heard his daughter say something that was not righteous, or say something that he knows she couldn't perform, and he could disallow that. He can go pray before the Almighty and ask the Almighty to disallow or disavow what it was that came out of her mouth. Why? Because he's her protection. He's her covering. So we see here, even in the scripture, that a man has authority over his daughter's prayers. You feel me? As long as she's up in his house and not married to someone else, he can disallow. If he heard what she was saying and he knew she couldn't perform that, he could go to the Almighty and ask the Most High to disallow or disavow that, and it won't stand on her part. But if he hold his peace at it, if he heard her say something and he didn't get involved, he didn't say anything, she would have had to perform it. You see? Yeah, come on, Hebrew.
But if her father disallows her in the day that he hears not any of her vows or of her bonds wherewith she hath bonded her soul shall stand, and the Lord shall forgive her, because her father disallowed her.
Her father disallowed her because her father is her head. A woman always has a head, man. You feel me? In our world, that's what it is. All right, go ahead.
And if she had at all in husband, when she vowed or utter out of her lips, wherewith she bond her soul, and her husband heard it and held his peace at her in the day that he heard it, then her vow shall stand.
So the husband plays the same role that the father plays when the daughter is in her father's house. It's just not a husband, you understand, has this very same daughter as his wife. You see? So he has authority over her, even her prayers. And it's crazy because the woman will say today, "You ain't my daddy." Yeah. We see right here that the daddy and the husband got the same authority over you. Same authority. You see? They both can disallow your prayers, disallow your vows, go before the Almighty, or hold their peace and allow you to be up under that until you pay it. It's in the Bible. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 8. But if her husband disallows her on the day that he heard it, then he shall make her vow which she vowed, and that which she uttered with her lips, within she bound her soul, of none effect. And the Lord Yahweh shall forgive her. But every vow of a widow and of her that is this divorce, wherewith they have bound their soul, shall stand against her.
Yeah, because the widows and the divorce don't have a head. Whatever you vow, if you a widow or you divorced, you ain't got no man over you. Whatever come off them lips as a vow, you must perform. You must perform. What if the father is not in the truth? I mean, he wouldn't know nothing about this. Your father just a regular old mechanic or something, just is out there. He don't know nothing about disavowing. Nothing. You feel me? Like this is an example when these laws when we was in our land through Moses. The Most High gave these laws to Moses, and this was what it was. It wasn't like this father right here didn't know he was a Hebrew. You feel me? That's our fathers out here today in the world that don't know, but everybody knew who they was right here. You see, so even if he's some type of whatchamacallit, some type of like mechanic or just some type of just a regular cat or whatever, If he don't know this right here, if he's not in the truth, he don't know nothing about no vows. Numbers 30th chapter. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, but what should
the mother step in?
But what should this one first? Right? But what should a but okay, man. What should a woman do if her husband says he is a believer but do not study? Pray for him. 1 Samuel 25th chapter. Can the mother step in? We ain't read anything about that. But it's always good for a mother to, you understand, pray before the Almighty. But we ain't read anything about a mother stepping in and disavowing anything. And again, if he don't study, he's a believer, he don't study, pray for him. 1 Samuel 25, just like Abigail had to. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
All right, we at verse 10.
Yeah.
And if she vow in her husband's house, or bond her soul by a bond with an oath, and her husband heard it, and held his peace at her, and disallowed her not, then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she bonded her soul shall stand.
Yeah.
But if her husband have utterly made them void on the day he heard them, or he said on the day he heard it,
right?
Then whatsoever,
I mean, he can't even play around and say, "Yeah, I heard that last week." Yeah. On the day you heard it, that shows you can't even be lazy in the spiritual warfare. The day you heard it, right? Come on.
Verse 12. But if her husband have utterly made them void on the day he heard them, then whatsoever proceeded out of her lips concerning her vows, see how serious this is, or concerning the bond of her soul, that says soul, shall not stand.
So her husband can void it out. See, he has authority even over her prayers. Come on, Hebrew.
Her husband have made them void, and the Lord Yahweh shall forgive her every vow and every binding oath to afflict thy soul. Her husband may establish it, or her husband may make it void.
Yeah, so it's on the heads of the house. The men, you men gonna have to man up, right? You need to establish this thing, or you can void it out. It's on you. You understand? All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 14. But if her husband altogether holds his peace at her from day to day, then he established all her vows or all her bonds which are upon her. He confirmeth them because he held his peace at her in the day that he heard them. But if he shall anyways make them void after that he have heard them, then he shall bear her iniquity.
So if the husband play around and don't do it in that day, you understand? He try to make it void afterwards, you got to bear her iniquity. Her sin is on you. Serious. So y'all see, hey, trip off this, man.
Serious,
y'all
bro.
Realize how serious our words are. That's the whole point of these last few lessons. Our sloppy language, secret treasures of the heart. You know what somebody is thinking about based off what they're speaking. You understand? Even if they start drinking, we talking about this last night, even if they start drinking liquor, he's like, well, you really can't believe that. No, when they get to drinking liquor, you know what I'm saying? They get to spilling everything.
And that's what they really
What you hearing is what they just chose not to let you hear all this time. They get to spilling everything when they drink it. You know what I'm saying? It just, you like, you know, where he was drunk. He really didn't mean it. No. You can't say he didn't mean it. You understand?
He said it.
Yeah. He just wasn't revealing that to you when he was sober.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and finish that on off, bro.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
Verse 15. But if he shall anyway make them void after that he have heard them, then he shall bear her iniquity. These are the statutes which the Lord Yahweh, your God, commanded Moshe between a man and his wife, between the father and his daughter, between being yet in her youth in her father's house.
That's powerful, man. That's powerful. Our words are very powerful, and you men have the authority. You may hear your real, vowing a vow to the Most High, and you know she can't perform it. That day, if you don't want that iniquity to be on you, that day, you need to disavow that. Most High God, please disavow what it was that came out of my ribs mouth. She ain't built for that. She may have vowed, Lord, I'm going to fast every I'm gonna do the Judith fast. I'm gonna fast every day except feast days and Sabbaths. Every day except feast days and Sabbaths, Lord, I'm gonna fast like Judith. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
I hear his vow.
I hear his vow. What? Until them nose hairs start getting tickled. And you smell this muscatoli up here. It be all over. You know, I'm gonna start next week. You know, soon as your woman smells some food is over, go on in there and disavow that, man. As you know, her heart may be there. She really want to become like a Judith and all that, but she may not be. You as her husband should know that she ain't ready for that right now. Now maybe you can vow that next year or 2 years from now. Maybe you can handle it then. You understand? But because you love your woman, your wife or your wives, and you don't want that sin on them because they vowed it, they got paid, right? And you sat there and let her say it and didn't disavow it. Like, watch, you gonna mess up, ain't you? Hoping she mess up. Nah, that's off. If you know she can't pull that Judith fast off, you better go disavow that. Go disavow it. You understand? She ain't ready for it, man. You know what I'm saying? I done heard the sisters, I'm fasting every day except for Sabbaths and feast days. Well, I'm looking at the calendar. You feel me? And it's a month like August. Ain't no feast days. It's a month like August. Ain't no feast days in August.
Oh man.
It ain't a month like September when you got all your feast days, you know what I'm saying? You got the tabernacles for 8 days and your trumpet. Boy, it's a dry month like August. There ain't no feast days in August. Girl, you finna eat 4 times
this month.
Woo. No, baby girl, I better disavow that one.
Right. I don't think you can handle that one. And if I let it go another day and try to do it later, I got to pay. Let me get this square business right now.
Man. Hey, man. You about to go about 27 days.
Oh shit. Got all type of cooking in the house.
Well, and then you made that vow. The whole house didn't. So then you gotta cook for me while you fasting.
No. Oh no, she ain't gonna have that.
Hey man. Hey, y'all better pay attention, boy. Hey, man. You men better pay attention, man. Our sisters' hearts may be there. I know it is, man. You dig? Their hearts may be there.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Boy, that was a good laugh there, boy.
Yeah, it was, man.
I ain't laughed that hard in a good one, boy. That's a good one. All right. Let's get to Psalm the 12th chapter, man. All praise to the Most High.
All praise.
Y'all on her bugging up. Y'all killing me. Y'all right, 2 kids hungry and everything. Yeah. The wife
went eat the kids too.
Yeah, the wife and got out here and made this Judith vow. This fast like Judith during the month of August. Boy.
Ain't gonna make it.
Woo, ain't no feast days in August. They be some problems out here. Oh man, all praise, glory, and honor. So thank the Most High. See, and that show you how merciful the Most High is too. We get a laugh out of it, but that's merciful. Like, look, you the head, you in charge, man. Just like going back to the garden, you in charge. If you hear your woman vowing something that you know she can't perform, look, disavow that. So the sin don't be on her and it won't be on you. I respect that. That's you know what I'm saying? How could you not serve the Most High? Right? That's a God that's merciful, knowing that that's a power that knows sometimes we write checks that we can't cash.
Yeah.
That's a God that know that. Like, look, they write checks that they can't cash all the time. So I'm gonna give them provision. So just in case that happened, y'all get on the body of that. Bro. That's a merciful power, man. Shabbat Shalom, my New Jersey sister. Shabbat Shalom, sister. Hey, I seen the pictures of that baptism, that immersion. All praises. Hallelujah. All praises. All right, we in Psalm the 12th chapter, y'all.
Psalm chapter 12, verse 1. Help Yahweh, for godly men cease.
He said, so this is David. He like, look, the godly man ain't even around no more, man. Help Yahweh. There are no more righteous, stand-up brothers out here, right? Go ahead.
For the faithful fell from among the children of men.
Come on.
They speak vanity, everyone with his neighbor.
You see what that tongue doing? Everybody is speaking vanity. Every idle word that men shall speak, he shall give account of in the day of judgment. They speaking vanity. They speaking idle words. Everybody with their neighbor. Right? Go ahead, Doc.
With flattering lips and with a double heart do they speak.
Wow. So with flattering lips, you feel me? Like puffing up somebody. Really don't believe what you're saying, but you just puffing them up. And it said a double tongue. Right? Well, if your tongue is double, that's because you have a double mind. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You see? This is somebody that speaks vanity and has a double mind. And he's saying that's the norm amongst men today. And this is David 3,000 years ago writing this. How does that play out in this exact form today? To where everything's vanity. You understand? Everybody speaking vanity and everybody speak with a double heart and flattering lips. That's happening today, man. And David was crying to the Almighty for help. Most High, rescue me from this generation. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
The Lord Yah shall cut off all flattering lips and the tongues that speak of proud things.
That's beautiful. You see what's going to happen in the end to the lip or to the tongue or to the mouth of those that speak in flattery, that speak in lies and deception. You see what's coming, right? The Most High is going to cut that off. In other words, there's a time coming when all that loose lipping and all that speaking without accountability is dead. That's the time we're getting back to. If it come off your mouth, you better perform it. I'd rather live in a world like that, man. It's too loose. It's too loose. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Who has said with our tongues?
With our who?
With our tongues.
Right.
We will prevail. Our lips are our own.
Wow.
Who is the Lord over us?
You see the mindset, everybody atheist today, but we will prevail. Our lips are our own. That's the mindset you don't want to be in. Because my lips, not mine. Not as you in this truth, your body is not yours. Your life is not yours. It belongs to the Almighty. Right? Go ahead, Doc.
For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise.
Most I said, now I'm going to rise. See, we done cried out and sighed to him so long because of oppression. Now he about to make a move. You see? But we have to be in a certain spot. We have to be spot-free and wrinkle-free. We got to strive to be perfect and righteous. And we definitely got to be speaking righteousness. Because the Most High about to execute judgment, right? All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
Now will I arise, saith the Lord Yah. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him.
See that? Yeah. So he didn't guarantee to protect us. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. The words of the Lord Yah are pure words.
Come on.
As silver tried in a furnace of earth. Woo. Purified 7 times.
Now, those are his words, right? But them ain't our words. You see how the Most High words are? You see how powerful his words is? The Most High thought it, spoken, and it happened. Huh? Let there be this, and it happened. It say his words, the words of Yahweh are pure words. Not a whole bunch of mother fathers, MFers and GD me's. And like, look, we straight are calling curses on ourselves out here. That's all everybody says, especially the youngsters in St. Louis. They say GD me. You understand? And everybody's an MFer or whatever. Let's trip off the language of our people in these streets, man. We are speaking dark forces in our lives. That's what's happening. We're speaking dark forces in our lives, man. Right? And just spewing them out like it's nothing. But the words of the Most High, trip off this. The words of Yahweh are pure words, as silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Right? 7 mean completion. Mean what the Most High speak is complete. Right? And if he said it, he meant it. Now, when we gonna get like that? Huh? Why words can be considered purified 7 times? Why words can be considered pure? Well, hold on. Wasn't you made in the image of your maker?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Examine your words then, because his words are purified 7 times. His words, you understand, are pure. Then what it say? Silver? They say, as silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Then what are your words then? You see how far off we are. See how far off we are? We made in the image of the Almighty Creator, man, and he can't look at us and say, I'm looking good. We made in his image, right? We should be his reflection then. Yeah. He should be able to look at us and say, yeah, I'm looking good. Good. Can't even look at us like, oh, no. Who is that? That's why we must become like who? A Mashiach. Because he's the image of the invisible power. He's the perfect example of how to properly worship the Father. We must become him then. We must put him on. See? He's the example. That way your words will be about something, right? Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 7. Thou shalt keep them, O Yah. Thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walketh on every side when the vilest man are exalted.
Yeah, give me Proverbs 10, 11 to 32. But do y'all see that? How powerful our words are supposed to be? How powerful the words of the Most High are? Right? You see in that very same chapter, he talking about cutting off everybody that's using flattering lips. Our words are very powerful. They need to be calculated and precise, man. They shout out to my Ock Ed out of Naptown. Shout out to my Ock.
Yeah, what up, Ed?
Yeah, serving with a sword. That's Ed.
Okay, what up, Hebrew?
Ed say our words ain't purified once.
Right, not once, bro.
You ain't lying, boy. I'm kind of glad that I can't understand it. LOL, B. Proverbs 10, 11 through 32. Hip and rib went directly to head. Oh, man. Hip hop and R&B went directly to hell. Okay.
No doubt. Facts.
Yeah, man. Madness. You feel me? That's why the truth music is so powerful. So powerful, man. All praise to the Most High. Yeah, man. We need to go ahead and put something else together shortly, brother. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers got excellent hospitality as well, man.
Yeah.
Y'all get excellent hospitality. Shout out to your moms. To your moms that said Shabbat Shalom. And all the bros up there in the barbershop. My aunt Mikael and them as well. All praises, man. IT, that's right.
Hold that post down there, Ed.
Yeah, man.
That bro said, I can't abandon my post.
That's right. You bet not. Ain't no abandoning nothing. This work don't stop until you hear the words, job well done, good and faithful servant. I ain't stopping it then. And even then, I'm waiting on orders. No, you got something else for me. You know, what's the work? Let's get to it. All right, y'all. We in Proverbs, the 10th chapter. Start at verse 11. And again, we talking about, the secret treasure of the heart. And we just examining our mouth. You understand? Our lips, our tongue. We just examining that. If we want to be calculated like Elisha or Elijah, before even them, Hamashiach. Hamashiach told Pilate, I can summon a legion of angels right now and end this. Right? That means he had the knowledge and knew what to say to bring in the head busters. And that's what the powers that be feared that we didn't figure out with this. You feel me? But as long as we stay religified, you ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing. You're religified. Everybody's comfortable. But you can't grow being comfortable, man. Got to go through your adversity and all that. You got to go through the ups and downs for you to be somebody they reading about 1,000 years from now. Like, dang, man, he straight did what? You feel me? Again, Moses became Moses when he came back into Egypt, strapped with the power of God. You understand? Had to go through his middle passage first, man. All right? Got something you want to say? You want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say, like, it's the same way with the physical body. You know what I'm saying? You got a physical man that you are, then you got the spiritual man that you are. So if you would look at a physical body, if a body was sluggish, always laying down, always sitting down, always relaxing, even the joints in the body will start to hurt and cripple up for you. Tighten it up because you're getting lazy. Now, a body that's out there working, maneuvering, constantly moving around is starting to get stronger. You feel me? Same like if you're lifting weights. You know what I'm saying? The struggle makes the body stronger. You feel me? But you being too relaxed and comfortable lead to you being lazy and slothful. You feel me? So if the spiritual man is constantly being exercised, and we like to spar a lot down here. Folk get mad at us for sparring, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? We spar a lot here. We getting them scriptures, what's good. You feel me? Let's talk and see if we can get some understanding. You feel me? So if you constantly exercising the spiritual man, 9 times out of 10, you might have a good shot at the kingdom.
Straight up. We always spoiling, huh, boy? Yeah. And we don't call this the no-fly zone for nothing, huh?
No, man. It's all in love, though, man. It's all in love.
You said a lot of people get mad, huh?
Yeah, you get mad.
Mad at you for your head, brother.
I ain't trying to turn nobody down around here.
Yeah, no-fly zone, brother. Nah, we about building up. We sharpening, you feel me? And understand this, if iron sharpen iron, when iron collides, sparks fly, man. So just you'll be all right.
That's what makes you stronger.
Yeah, that's what makes you strong.
Training.
Hallelujah. All right, we in Proverbs 10.
Verse 11.
Yes, sir.
As it is written, the mouth of a righteous man is a well of life.
It's a what?
It's a well of life.
It's off a well with water, right? They said that's like the mouth of a righteous man. Now, a well, when you dig wells, you feel me? If you got a well, well, guess what? You got water to sustain a city, to sustain a tribe. So what you said, if you was to look at a physical well, that could be a metaphor for the mouth of a righteous man. Feel me? Because the water in the well is used for the survival of the tribe or the city, right? The words of a righteous man is used for the survival of the spirit. See, it's the same thing. So you can look at whatever is profitable for you, you understand, and look at it like the mouth of a righteous man, because what the righteous man is pouring out of his mouth are the words of eternity. Feel me? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, let me land back on what the brother just said. The scriptures say, if you go into a city, you know what I'm saying, seek the men who inquire of the Lord. And he say, abide with them. You feel me? So when you abide with them, you giving them the words of the Most High. But he say, but if they will not hear you, shake the dust off your feet, and it'll be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah than for that city. That well done dried up. You're gone. Water's gone. Shit. Dry city. You feel me?
No doubt, man. Real talk. All right, where we at? You in the rest of 11. But violence
covereth the mouth of the wicked.
Come on.
Verse 12. Hatred stir up strife, but love covereth all sins.
Hatred stirreth up strifes. So hatred around when there's a whole bunch of bickering and fighting. Some type of hatred around. But love, but love covereth
all sins.
Love covereth all sin, because love is the keeping of the commandments. See what I'm saying? Hatred is the breaking of the commandments. All right, go ahead.
In the lips of him that has understanding, wisdom is found.
In the lips of him that have understanding, wisdom is found. Back to these lips and this tongue and this heart. Wisdom is found. Come on now.
But a rod is for the back of them that is void of understanding.
Hey, what this Bible be hitting, boy? You understand? A rod is for the back of them void of understanding. Come on, huh?
Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction.
Come on.
The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous tendeth to life. The fruit of the wicked to sin. He is the way of life.
He is in the way.
He is in the way of life that keepeth instructions.
That's right.
But he that refuseth reproof error.
Right. So something is coming off somebody's tongue, whether it be reproof or whether it be darkness. You feel me? If he refused the correction coming off someone else's tongue, he's in error. It's all about what we're speaking. And you either are inspiring to be righteous or inspiring to be evil. That's what all this comes down to, right? And again, like I say in the scripture, the thoughts of wickedness is foolishness. The thought of wickedness is foolishness. You understand? That's all throughout the scriptures. All right? Where we at? You got something else? Okay.
Yeah, I got you. I'll go back to it. All right, verse 18. He that hideth hatred with lying lips.
He that hideth hatred with lying lips. Come on.
And he that utters a slander is a fool.
Back to your mouth, boy. Man.
Did you hear that?
Put some collars. Put a collar on the lips, man. Put a collar on them lips. Knows what he said. He that hideth hatred with lying lips. You really hate the brother, but you'll hide it. Lying lips. You know what I'm saying? Lying lips. You may have the gift of gab, know how to tell a good story. And then also knows what it said about the slander. And it says, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool, man. Someone that's void of wisdom. Wow. Come on now.
He that utters a slander is a fool. Verse 19. In the multitude of words there wanteth not sin. You say, but he that refraineth his lips is wise.
If you refrain your lips, you're wise, man. When you see a whole bunch of talking going on, sin ain't that far away. You understand? If you learn how to listen more than speak, you'll be way better. But you know the old saying, you got two ears and one mouth, so listen more than you speak out it. You know what I'm saying? You know what to say, right? But if you just learn to keep your mouth closed, you'll be better off. Yeah, go ahead, Al.
The tongue of the just is a choice silver. The heart of the wicked is little worth.
Read that again. That was powerful.
Boy, let's read that again. Verse 20 again. The tongue of the just is as choice silver.
The tongues of the just are as choice silver? Boy, did that say that? Yes, choice silver. His tongue is like choice silver. Wow. Go ahead.
The heart of the wicked is little worth.
The heart of the wicked is little worth. We got a question. Shalom, brother. I know this is a little off topic, but is it lawful for men and women of other nations to teach Israel scripture on how to live righteous? No. The other nations can't teach it. You understand? It's given to us. It's given to us to teach them. That's Psalms 147, 19 through 20. Matter of fact, just read that real quick for them. Psalms 147, 19 through 20. No, Gentiles are not supposed to be teaching Israelites the Bible. No, not at all. And that's a hard pill to swallow. Sat down with one to lead the church. They want me to come back. Hallelujah, David Thompson. That's what's up. I'll keep putting in that work. All right, so we got a question on the board. Some guy with an afro. That's a YouTube name. I'm not joning on. You understand? Shalom, brethren. I know it's a little off topic, but is it lawful for men and women of other nations to teach Israel scripture on how to live righteous? They're not supposed to be teaching Israel anything about the scripture, because the scripture were given to Israel to teach them. That's out of order. All right. Psalm 147, 19 and 20. Not our words, though. The words of the Most High. All right. There's no such thing as Gentile prophets. There are no Gentile prophets. There are no Edomite prophets. There are no Arab prophets. There are no Chinese prophets. All the prophets were Hebrew Israelites. Or from that line, that chosen line. You know what I'm saying? Going back before the flood. All right, go ahead.
Verse 19 in Psalms 147, verse 19.
Yeah.
He showeth his work to Jacob.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, the Israelites. Come on.
His statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
Unto Israel. Come on.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
He ain't dealt with any nation. So no, he ain't gave his word, his statutes and his judgments to any nation. Go ahead, Hebrew.
And as for his judgment, they have not known them.
They have not known them. Come on, Hebrew.
Praise ye the Lord.
And he said, hallelujah. He actually praised the Most High. That's what it was. You understand? So that's just what it is. Also, we need to do a second witness on it. Give me Romans the 9th chapter, Romans 9, 1 through 4. So we did one in the Old Testament, do one in the New Testament, real quick.
Romans 9.
Yeah, Romans 9.
Verse what?
Romans 9, 1 through 4.
All right, Romans 9, verse 1. I say the truth in Yahushua. I lie not. My conscience also bears me witness in the holy Ruach Kodesh, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that I myself was accursed,
meaning separated. Go ahead.
From Yahushua.
I could wish myself was separated from the Messiah. Come on.
For my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
His brethren, his kinsmen, according to the flesh. You understand? Who are who?
Who are Israelites.
Who are Israelites. So he was letting it be known, my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. I wish they could get this. You understand? And me be cut off. Because Paul specifically was talking about his Pharisee brotherhood he once was a part of. Because majority of the Israelites received Christ. In the book of John, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and all that. It was the leaders. It was the religious leaders of the day who rejected him. But it was multitudes and multitudes of people following him, being healed by him and everything. You know what I'm saying? And them was Israelites. Yes, you dig? So notice he say who are Israelites. Paul was so thorough. He said he did what Moses did. Most High take me, but spare them. He was saying the same thing. I wish I was accursed, cut off, so my brethren could get this. According to the flesh, who are who?
Who are Israelites.
Who are who?
Who are Israelites.
That's in the Bible, brother. Who are Israelites. New Testament. Come on.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
The adoption. Come on.
And the glory.
Come on.
And the covenants with an S.
So that's both old and new covenant. Go ahead.
And the giving of the law.
The giving of the law. That's the Torah. Go ahead.
And the service of Yahweh.
And how to serve Yahweh. The service of Yahweh. Come on.
And the promises with an S.
And the promises, the main promise being the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
Who are the fathers?
Who are the fathers? Come on.
Of who as concerning the flesh Christ came.
As concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came for these Israelites, man. That's one of the most beautiful, that's the most beautiful message I ever heard in my life. Hamashiach that died on the cross, y'all been telling me about the whole time. For one, I'm blood related to, and two, he came for us. Oh, that's all they cracking at that point, man. All praises, glory, and honor, man. That ain't do nothing but light a fire in me. That lit a fire in me when I understood that. Hold on, I'm blood related to him, and he actually came for us?
And coming back for us?
Oh, let's get it.
Man. Let me get my conversation right.
Let me get myself
together. We coming back to get us?
Yeah.
At the way these heathens treating us? Oh, we need someone to come get us.
Yeah, that's powerful. That was so liberating for all you Negroes that claim y'all about a revolution. That was so liberating to me, man. I still catch, you know, the butterflies, you know, you're nervous. I still catch them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it lit a fire in me when I understood that. All right. So no Gentiles can't teach Hebrews, nothing. They supposed to get in line. Go warn your people. If you understand what we saying, go warn your people. Judgment is coming. And if you want any type of mercy, you better look out for Israel on this side so it can go better for you on the next. Because in our world, law and order. Law and order. No voting, no Donald Trumping, no democracy, no republic. None of it. It's going to be a dictatorship. Get down or lay down. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. You understand? And we get rulership in now. Yeah, that's what's up. All right. Out of our channel having technical issues, baby. Please like this lesson. Shoot here. Hallelujah. All praise, glory, and honor. All right, so we back. Where was we at?
We was at Proverbs 10, I think. We was at 14. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the fool is near destruction.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 15. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous tendeth to life. The fruit of the wicked to sin. He is in the way of life that keepeth instructions. But he that refuses reproof I think we already read that one.
Okay, come on.
We already read that one. Yeah. He said, he that hideth hatred with lying lips, here we are, and he that utters a slander is a fool. In the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he refraineth his lips is wise.
We're in 21. We're in 21. 21. It's about 21. We read 20 already. We're in 21.
Yeah. Verse 21. The lips of the righteous feed many.
You hear that? The lips of the righteous feed many. In other words, so this is bread, right? They ain't even talking about physical food. It's going into breaking bread spiritually. You understand? Wherever he at, he could be in Walmart, he can be on the corner, he can be on his way to wherever, but he's constantly teaching and feeding the Most High's flock. You understand? With this word, always talking about the scriptures. Come on, Hebrew.
But fools die for want of wisdom.
But fools die for a want of wisdom.
That's the dumbest.
Ain't that crazy? How when these righteous men is out here feeding the flock every day? How? But fools die for want of wisdom. Come on now.
The blessings of Yahweh is maketh rich.
Woo.
And he addeth not sorrow with it.
Don't add no sorrow with it, right? Come on.
It is a sport to a fool to be mischievous.
To do mischief. It is a sport to a fool to do mischief. That's a sport to him. Like playing a game. You understand? It's like playing a game.
It's fun.
Yeah, come on now.
But a man of understanding has wisdom.
Come on.
The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him. Let me read that again. The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted.
Beautiful. Jump down to 31 and read 32. Let's get it.
Verse 31.
Yeah.
The mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom.
The mouth of the just bringeth forth wisdom. Come on.
But the forward tongue, which I hate,
the perverse tongue, go ahead,
shall be cut off.
Shall be what?
Shall be cut off.
Yeah, you don't want to be out here speaking with that fallen mouth, man. That Babylonian mouth. Guard your grill and choose your words wisely, that the Most High may bless you in the end. All right, come on now.
The lips of the righteous know us what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speaketh forwardness.
The mouth of the wicked speaketh forwardness. Do y'all hear that? Utter madness. Jump over 2 chapters. Give me Proverbs 12, 13, and 14. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 13 through 14. Hallelujah. Let's get it.
Proverbs 12, verse 13. The wicked is snared by the transgressions of his lips. Of his lips.
Yeah, the wicked is snared or in a trap because of his lips. Do y'all see that? All right, snared by the transgression of his lips. Come on.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But the just shall come out of trouble.
Yeah, watch your mouth. Come on. 14.
A man shall be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth.
In other words, you understand, you'll be blessed with righteousness if you speak righteousness. It's simple, man. You get back what you put out. Right? From your actions to your words, you get back what you put out. Period. You speak righteousness, you receive righteousness. You know, people be righteous towards you and speak righteousness towards you. But if you speak wickedness, that's what you're going to get. What you mean? How you speak evil against somebody and expect not to get evil spoken back about you? How does that work like that?
You reap what you sow, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You put them dark words out like that, well, guess what's coming to you?
The same bad fruit.
Yeah, in action and in speech. All right, come on now.
And the recompense of a man's hands shall be rendered unto him.
Shall be rendered unto him. Jump down to 17. Read 17 to 22 for it.
Got you. Verse 17.
Yeah.
He that speaketh truth showeth forth righteousness.
Woo.
But a false witness deceit.
He that speaketh truth speaketh with his tongue, his lips, right? They show forth righteousness, man. In other words, again, you think righteousness, you speak righteousness, and guess what's shown? Righteousness. That's another scripture that shows you think it, you speak it, and it becomes your reality, man. Right? So how about we practice on speaking righteousness to our brothers, our sisters, our spouse, our children? How about we work on that? You understand? That we may become this messianic nation, harnessing the power of Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. You understand? And if you don't act right, heathen hula hoop size hell gonna fall out the sky. That's what they scared of. That's what they scared of. You niggas getting guns, they giving everybody guns now. What you talking about? You ain't no threat. We'll see who the real power is when the boys pull up. And it's like, oh, get your hands on your face. Oh, drop your gun. He told old boy on the video, he said, hey man, put your gun down. Like y'all out here in an open carry state, like y'all about all this, and the boys pulled. They was like, even the interview dude was like, I count about 10 cops just pulled up. They got on the speaker, get your hands up, lay your guns over there. You say, hey man, lay your gun over there. They came right on up, took their guns, you know, checked them out or whatever. Finally gave it back to them, but it's just showing you, man, you ain't got no power. You ain't got no power. You feel me? You may understand physically, you understand a few loopholes of these heathens. I understand that. You understand? But spiritual power. You understand? I can summon a legion of angels right now if I need to. Power is what we're talking about. That's what the powers that be for. And that's what we need to be focusing in on, man. And we get closer to the Most High through our prayer and our meditation.
Yeah.
Our prayer and our meditation and our fasting, man. We get there.
Yeah.
You understand? Say something? Go ahead.
Like, I just wanted to say, man, it'd be really healthy for us, you know what I'm saying, to try to get on one accord. If we constantly tighten it up, man, you know what I'm saying, if we all pray at the same time, you feel me, that'll be, you know what I'm saying, we sending them vibrations up to Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. And the best time will be when Yahweh Shah prayed at the 9th hour. So if we all just try to get on one accord and summon the heavens, bro, at the most best time of the day, man, things might work out a little better for us. You know what I'm saying? He might start to upping us with more spiritual understanding and touching us in our heart. Like, man, where did that come from? Out of nowhere. Touching more people. You know what I'm saying? You can touch more people if you tap into more to him. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Y'all don't know the 9th hour is between 2 and 3 p.m. every day. You understand? The first hour is between 6 a.m. and 7. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going up to the 9th hour, you'll see that's between 2 and 3 p.m. You understand? Now we need to get us a prayer chain going or whatever, man.
Man, that'd be beautiful, man.
And we all just at one time, at one solid time during the day. You understand? Bang, it's just here we on different time zones. So my 9th hour might not be your 9th hour on the East Coast, and definitely not your 9th hour on the West Coast. So then a couple of brothers was like, well, how about we all just do 9th hour when it's in Jerusalem?
Right.
All right. So the 9th hour in Jerusalem, you know what I'm saying? Her Central Standard Time here in St. Louis will be 6 a.m. between 6 and 7 a.m. which mean on the West Coast, 7, so that's between 4 and 5 a.m. on the West Coast, and between 7 and 8 a.m. on the East Coast. You feel me? And that will be us praying between 2 and 3 p.m. here in the United States during Jerusalem time. Now, if y'all want to do it like that, then hey, I'm with it.
That'd be beautiful.
I'll be up around that time anyway. You know what I'm saying? But 6 in the morning for here in Central Standard Time in St. Louis, it'll be between 6 and 7 a.m., 7 and 8 a.m. for the East Coast, and between 4 and 5 a.m. on the West Coast.
Yeah. And the reason why I say that is because we're speaking of words. You feel me? The power in the tongue. So let's start to speak to the power.
Hallelujah.
Huh? I'm just like our ancestors did. They spoke words to the power. You feel me? If you're supposed to speak melodies to yourself, if that's good, let's start to rap with him. Let's start to summon his him. Like, okay, I'm starting to hear y'all talk to me now. No more that old earthly conversation. Huh? The spiritual conversation is focused on me, so maybe I'm gonna do something for you. It's just, I'm saying, we speaking of words here, so let's try it one time and let's talk to him. Maybe he might do something good for us.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mess around and boy, the portal and cracked over the stuff. I'm just saying, you know.
You don't never know what
I'll be off in the spirit like that. You just, you know, you don't know how the Most High gonna react, but he'll react.
He'll react like, man, y'all doing some good, so let me do something for y'all to help y'all in the war.
Yeah,
y'all warring for me, man. I just want to get on more of a one accord. Like, we know we may have differences in doctrine sometimes, but this is something very simple. You feel me? Something very simple. We can all go to the Most High on. You feel me? And just summon him. It's like, man, Father, we praying to you and honor, love you, whatever it may be. You feel me? Let's just send them heavenly words back up. That's all I'm saying.
Out. All right, where we at? We verse 17 of that, Proverbs 12, verse 17.
Verse 17.
And then we're going to get a story of a famous prophet in the Bible who not only prayed to the Most High, right? But the Most High respected his prayer and answered him immediately. You feel me? To show you that the power that we, like, that's in her, man. That's in her. You understand? Like, you done came back to these scriptures. You done came back to an unlimited, source of energy, man. Unlimited. You understand? And this is what spirit. But as long as we stay in a religified state, you understand? The powers be like, oh, they ain't no clear. Whatever. You feel me? But once they understand, hold on, they done called in an airstrike. You dig? Like these heathens out here with drones, but we done called in a myriad of angels. A legion of angels. You understand? What a real power is then. So that's what we focusing more on. Is to petition the heavens, not only for the Most High to hear our prayer, but for him to respect it and move. You understand? And we can't act like that's not in the Bible. We can't act like that's spookism. But what do you pray for anyway? You understand? Why would you pray if you knew all your enemies was outside, FEMA and all them? We face the east. We praying to get results, right? We praying to get results. We want the Most High to send an angel to smash all of them out there, just like he did for our people during the time of the Assyrians. One angel laid down 185,000 soldiers overnight after we prayed and fasted. You understand? That is what we're talking about. And that's what's spirit. All right, go ahead, Doc. 17 through 22.
Yeah, verse 18.
Yeah.
There is that speaketh like the piercing of a sword.
Y'all heard that? There is they that speaketh like the piercing of a sword, man. Y'all heard that? Like, in other words, there's some people that speak, and when they speak, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. It's like swords are being thrown out their mouth or something like that. Like the piercing of a sword. You know, that don't feel good. To be stabbed or cut. All right, go ahead, Doc.
There is that speaketh like the piercing of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health.
The tongue of the wise is health. Huh? And guard your grill, man. Come on, Hebrew.
The lips of truth shall be established forever.
That's beautiful. The lip of truth shall be established forever. You understand? Make sure you speak in truth. Don't you want to be established forever? The lip of truth shall be established forever. Come on,
But a lying tongue is but for a moment.
For a moment. It sounds good right now. You feel me? He'll run out of gas shortly, though. He'll run out of gas. It's only for a moment. It's a lie. What do you mean? It's a lie. You see what I'm saying? So the lip of truth shall be established forever. A lying tongue only for a moment, man. That's one of them. That's one of them precepts there, boy. You know somebody lying? Proverbs 12 and 19. Real quick. Y'all mark that, highlight that. That's one of them. Go ahead, Doc.
Deceit is in the hearts of them that imagine evil.
That what?
Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil.
You see, the heart is the mind in the scripture. So deceit is in the mind of them that imagine evil. Deception. Okay, so if he's imagining evil, guess what he's doing next? What's the next step? Speak evil. And then what's the next step? Manifesting.
Boy.
It's the same. It's consistent all throughout the scriptures. All right. What you think and what you speak becomes your reality. Man. That's why you're supposed to do what with wicked thoughts? Rebuke them.
Yeah.
Why you think Yahweh did that to the devil when he tempted him? He told him, get hence, get behind me or go. You see, because your job is to cut wickedness with the word of the Almighty. Because if left unchecked, you get to speak it on wickedness. And then that becomes what? Your reality, man. All right, come on. But metaphysics right out the Bible, 101. Metaphysics 101 right out the Bible, man. Don't act like the Bible ain't. Look, all the latest science is vouching for the scripture now. Huh? If you go to quantumtorah.com, you'll see what I'm talking about. Quantumtorah.com. All the latest scientists are vouching for the Bible.
Dude.
Got to. All your latest theories and everything got to come out the Bible. Metaphysics 101 right out the Bible. Call it, create it, form it, make it. Think about it, speak it, manifestation. Metaphysics 101. And that just means meta, just means beyond the physical. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
It says, but they that deal truth are his delight. No, I'm a little further. Here we go right here. Verse 20. Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy.
Beautiful. Come on.
There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief.
Flat out. Come on.
Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord Yah, but they that deal truth are his delight.
They that deal in truth are his delight. But lying lips are an abomination. So let that be known and said and understood. All praises, glory, and honor to the Most High. I need 1 Peter 3. We're going to do 1 Peter 3. And then we're going to end it with 1 Kings, the 18th chapter.
That First Kings,
I want to get that 1 Kings, the 18th chapter, man. And show the skill and the power and the authority. You understand that our forefathers were dealing with, especially those who are linked in with the Almighty. You understand? We want to show that. Because again, that's what's feared. You ain't gonna fear, like you'll fear, or there's nothing to fear from a whole bunch of Negroes that get guns when they hadn't already been through that. You understand? Like the FBI came out with COINTELPRO for all that because the Black Panthers found out the loopholes in the laws and how they could get guns. And what happened? COINTELPRO, FBI, and guess what happened? All of them got picked off one by one. You understand? And they were doing with the so-called BIE and all them is doing now. Who they call the Black identity extremists, feeding, educating the people, feeding people, food drives, clothes drives, self-defense. You know what I'm saying? They doing gun training and all that. Nigga, they did all that. The Black Panthers did all that. And the FBI, the same people that came up with this Black identity extremists, you understand? In that day, it was called COINTELPRO. They came through nationwide and picked every last one of them off. Huey P. Newton died in Oakland as a drug addict, man. On the very streets that he organized on to combat police brutality. He died in Oakland as a crackhead. Yeah. Died on the streets of Oakland as a crackhead. Huey P. Newton. You see? So that type of revolution ain't what it is. What y'all think, they made a mistake or something? Like they made a mistake, we gonna do it like this. Nah, it's just there's no revolution in that. And on top of that, none of y'all talk about the Almighty. You know what I'm saying? You can be an atheist. Some of them was lesbians. Some of them Black Panther women. Some of them was lesbians. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, we got to understand what a real revolution is. The blueprint to the revolution is in the Bible.
Yeah.
That's where the blueprint is at, the Bible. You understand? Everything you talking about, land, power, authority, control of the resources, the rule of the planet. You understand? A united people, united government, one king, everything that you talking is laid out in the Bible as a blueprint. And how do we achieve it? Just don't nobody want to do it. All right. All praise, glory, now. All right, where we at? First Peter 3.
3 and 10.
Yeah, 1 Peter 3. I need 10 through 13.
Okay. Verse 10. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. For he that will love life. Let me read that over. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil, and his lips that he speak no guile. Let him eschew evil and do good.
That is, notice he say, what about his tongue and his lips? What that verse say before that?
It says, his tongue, it says, for he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain.
Refrain, meaning have control. Go ahead.
Refrain his tongue.
His what?
His tongue.
Go ahead.
From evil.
From evil. Refrain your tongue from speaking evil, which means that what? You got to rebuke the wicked thoughts that's on your minds. You can't speak evil unless you entertain and think about it. You see? If we down to the tongue is a byproduct of the mentals. So if we talking about speaking evil, guess what that mean about his mind? He was already thinking. Right, come on, Hebrew.
And his lips that speaketh no guile.
Right.
Let him eschew evil and do good.
Lips that they speak no deception. Let him hate evil and do good. Eschew evil means to hate it. And do good. Come on.
Let him speak peace and ensure it. For the eyes of the Lord Yah are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers.
Ooh.
That's what we talking about, man.
You that?
Let's hear it, man. Let's pray at one time, man.
His ears are open unto their prayers. You got to be calculating what you speak. You see that? Notice it said, if you want the Most High to hear it, you have to refrain your tongue from evil, and your lips can't be speaking deception. You see? Then notice this, then the Most High hear you after that. But we gotta, guess what? We gotta control, gotta refrain our tongue from evil, and we gotta keep our lips from speaking guile. That was the first step. That was the first step to what he read. Then he down to where he at now. All right, read that verse you just read again, brother.
Verse 12.
Yeah.
For the eyes of the Lord Yah are over the righteous,
right,
and his ears are open unto their prayers.
So he will hear our prayers if we refrain our lips from speaking evil, and our lips if they speak no guile. Then he'll hear our prayer. And have respect unto our prayer.
And eschew evil.
Yeah, hate evil and do good. You see that? So refrain your tongue from evil, right? Make sure your lips don't speak no guile, hate evil, and do good. And the Most High ears will be open until our prayer. We ain't making none of this up. It's just the truth.
Just the truth, man.
Right? So every day you can't be speaking however you want to speak, man. Speak righteousness. Aim to build your people up. Aim to do what's right in the eyes of the Almighty. You understand? You shall be forgiven. It is what it is, man. So all praise, glory, and honor. What else we got?
It says, but the face of the Lord Yah is against them that do evil. And who is he that will harm you if ye be followers of that which is good?
That's beautiful. Who gonna harm you if you be followers of that which is good? That's something that we need to know, man. Yeah, we're gonna do 18. 1 Kings 18. That's what I want to do. Well, really 17. Matter of fact, the first few verses in 17 as well, because that's when he prophesied about what was gonna happen. All right. Yeah. So let's do 1 Kings 17 first. I'm gonna show you how the power of a righteous man that actually prayed to the Almighty, and the Most High heard his prayer. When the Most High heard your prayer, then he react. All right. But we first must what? Refrain our tongue from speaking evil, our lips from speaking guile. We gotta hate evil and do what's good. You understand? Before we even decide to pray to him. That means you gotta be calculated and very precise in what's coming off your lips. None of you all should be talking to each other like a dog in the streets. It shouldn't be happening. It just shouldn't be happening. It's out of order. It's corny. You understand? If anybody else is watching, you can forget about them coming into the truth. I ain't coming over there. They talk to each other like that. You understand? They don't have enough respect for each other. Like, look, the angels call us brothers, man. You understand? You got a council of 24 elders that sit before the throne of Yod-Heh Wah-Heh in Revelation, the 4th chapter and 5th chapter. They call us brothers. They done redeemed us out of every, you know what I'm saying? We've been scattered everywhere. You done redeemed us and made us priests.
Yeah.
So these the brothers and sisters, especially the brothers you talking to, are actual could be a potential priest of the Almighty. You see what I'm saying? And you just running your mouth, man, not knowing you got to give an account for thereof in the day of judgment. What if somebody asks you, what you call him a puss ass nigga for? Was your goal to build him up with that? What was that said for? You said it to hurt him. You said that to turn him down. Yeah, he got thick skin and rolled right off his back, but what if he didn't? What if he didn't? What if that brother went and killed himself? Boy, you done sinned against the Almighty behind that because of your words.
Real talk. Just think about it. If the scriptures say, watch how you move, maneuver. I'm just paraphrasing because you might be entertaining an angel. You call an angel puss ass nigga. What's up, old puss ass nigga? Mm-hmm. You talking to an angel like that? Mm-hmm. Come on, now.
Mm-hmm. All right, give me 1 Kings 17:1.
All right, 1 Kings 17:1.
And then we're gonna jump over to 1 Kings 18 and read it on out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Elijah, the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as the Lord Yah God of Israel live, before whom I stand, there shall not be drawn rain these years, but according to my word.
There shall not be dew nor rain.
There shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word.
So Elijah, Most High heard his prayer, respected it. It was not just only no rain. You know how you get up in the morning and it's dew outside on the grass? You understand that overnight mist that the Most High provides? It wasn't even no dew, man. The Most High respected Elijah's prayer so powerful. It wasn't just not no rain. It wasn't even no dew in the morning on the grass. Huh? Real talk. So again, that's the level we want to arrive at. You want to be on a level to where you can pray to the Almighty, you understand, and he heard your prayer and he respect and honor it and answer. And that's what ended up happening with Elisha. You understand? All right. And y'all read the rest of that 17 because he actually, matter of fact, let's jump down because I want to show you something. Jump down to verse 10.
All right. Verse 10. So he arose and went to
8. Start at 8 and read on down.
All right. Verse 8. And the words of the Lord Yah came unto him, saying, Arise, get thee to Zarephath, which belongeth to Zidon, and dwell there. Behold, I have commanded a widow woman there to sustain thee.
See, so hold on. You know what I'm saying? He had to get up, he had to go to this certain part of the land, right? And he said, just go. I done commanded a widow woman there to sustain you. You feel me? But you got to be careful with this because certain people would have called his brother a hobo or something. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High commanded a widow woman to take care of this man right here, this prophet of the Almighty. You see that? Most High commanded his widow to take care of him. Now, we ain't made none of this stuff up. It's in the Bible for anybody that getting their feelings about it. Them niggas pushing nothing. We just reading what the script say. You understand? And for some reason, this widow woman was selected to sustain Elijah for however long he was there. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
So he arose and went to Zarephath, and when he had came to the gates of the city, behold, the widow woman was there gathering of sticks. And he called to her and said, Fetch me, I pray thee, a little water in a vessel that I may drink. And as she was going to fetch it, he called to her and said, Bring me, I pray thee, a morsel of bread in thy hand.
Morsel of bread in thine hand. I remember the Messiah said, whoever, roughly paraphrasing, look out for a prophet, he shall receive a prophet's reward. Roughly paraphrasing. This is an example of that. Somebody have asked, what does that mean? You go to 1 Kings 17 and read about Elijah and the widow woman. All right, because she got blessed. She was blessed for looking out and sustaining, you understand, whom the Most High had chose to do his work. All right, go ahead.
Verse 12. And she said, as the Lord Yah thy God liveth, I have not a cake, but an handful of meal in a barrel, and a little oil in a cruse. And behold, I am gathering 2 sticks that I may go in and dress it for me and my son, that we may eat it and die.
She's like, look, I don't have oil, and I only got a handful of this stuff right here that I can even make some type of cake out of. She's like, look, I'm going to get some sticks so I can make something for me and my son so we don't die. I don't even got it to take care of you. I don't even got it to bring you a cake. I'll get you some water, but you talking about make you a cake. I can't make you no cake because I barely got oil, and I only got a handful of this stuff right here. You understand? I'm out here about trying to get some sticks so I can feed me and my son so we don't die. We barely make it. See that? All right, come on now.
And Elijah said unto her, fear not, go and do as thou said, but make me therefore a little cake first.
Say, look, fear not. Do what you about to go do, but feed me first. Now, what do we get out of this? Look out for the man of the Most High. Feed me first. Fear not. Do what you're going to do, but feed me first. All right, this go again with Yahweh Shai say in Matthew, you receive a prophet's reward. All right, go ahead.
And bring it unto me, and after make for thee and for thy son. For thou saith the Lord Yah God of Israel, the barrel of meal shall not waste, neither shall the cruse of oil fail, until the day that the Lord send rain upon the earth.
Right, so it is, without water, it's a famine because the crop's not getting water. Remember, he prayed that it wouldn't rain. So he just said, look, don't even worry about it. Bring me a cake. Matter of fact, make you and your son some too. And I'm going to tell you right now, as the Most High living, you ain't got to worry about running out of oil, and you ain't got to worry about running out of meal or flour. You understand? Until it start raining again in Israel. So she had to believe that. You feel me? And trip off how Elijah was speaking, how calculated his speech was for her to even receive that. So, oh, okay. Like she went over there, well, you know, what you say you only got how much? Dang, my food stamp card. Left that back in Jerusalem. Let me try to go get one of my, let me go call one of the other prophets and see if I could, let's see if we can work this out. He says the Most High God liveth. You ain't got to worry about running out of oil or meal. You understand? Just have faith, fear not, feed me first, and then while you're at it, make you and your son something too. You're good. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You feel me? You won't, none of this will fail. You understand? In other words, you won't run out of nothing until the day rain started, until it start raining again in Israel. Don't even worry. Powerful, ain't it? All right, go ahead, Doc.
Verse 17. And it came to pass after these things that the son of the woman, the mistress of the house, fell sick, and her sickness was so sore that there was no breath left in him. And she said unto Elijah, what have I to do with thee, O thou man of God? Or thou coming to me to call my sins to remembrance and to slay my son?
So son ended up dying. Why he there? What have I to do with you, you man of God? What are you here to call my sins to remember? Did you come here to slay my son? Like, what's going on? Right? Come on, Hebrew.
And he said unto her, give me thy son. And he took him out of her bosom and carried him into a loft where he abode and laid him upon his own bed. And he cried unto the Lord and said, O Lord Yah, my God.
Oh Yahweh, my power. He's speaking, right? He had to say something. This is a prophet, a miracle about to kick off. You understand? What was he saying? You understand? Calculated speech. So he had to be speaking with authority and confidence. Remember, this child is dead. His breath done left him. Give me your child. You understand? Then he called out to Yahweh, Yahweh, my power. Huh? Yahweh Allahaya, Yahweh Elohai, Yahweh, my power. Go ahead, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hast thou also brought evil upon the widow with whom I sojourned by slaying her son? And he stretched himself upon the child 3 times and cried unto the Lord Yahweh, unto the Lord my power, I pray thee, let this child's soul come into him again.
See? Resurrected dead, huh? Let this child's soul come into him again. I pray thee. And he calling out to the Most High. Now, was he speaking like he wasn't confident? Was he speaking like he didn't have any type of authority? Was he speaking to the Most High like the Most High wasn't hearing him? He knew he could speak, and he knew that the Most High would respect his prayer, man. It's 1 Kings, the 17th chapter. We in verse 21. We in verse 22, actually. 1 Kings 17 and 22. This is the level we want to get on. You want to get on a level like this. You understand? To where you could petition the heavens and you get immediate results. You understand? And this is the fear. They fear that the rise of the Israelite nation that has spiritual power. That's what the powers that be scared of. They know how to call on Yod-A-Y. You understand? That treat each other with honor and respect.
Yes, sir.
That scared them because they looking for us to have a whole bunch of nigga moments like on the Boondocks. Stink meaning in them. Nigga moments. New shoes. New shoes. And the boy had stepped on his shoes. Man, it was pistol play, what? See, they want us in that spirit and not this spirit right here. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 22.
Yeah.
And the Lord Yahweh heard the voice of Elijah.
Y'all heard that? The Most High heard, respected the voice of Elijah. Y'all hear that? You see? Oh, Yahweh, my power, allowed this boy's soul to come back into him. Elijah said it. He had to believe what he was saying was true. He had to have confidence. He had to have knowledge on what to say. And the Most High heard. See? Go ahead, Doc.
And the Lord Yahweh heard the voice of Elijah. And the soul of the child came into him again. And he revived. And Elijah took the child and brought him down out of the chamber into the house and delivered him unto his mother. And Elijah said, see, thou son liveth. And the woman said unto Elijah, now by this I know that thou art a man of God, and that the word of the Lord Yahweh is that in thy mouth is true. In thy mouth.
In thy mouth
is true.
Is true. Now, is the word in your mouth truth or not? That's the question.
Yeah.
How many of us gonna work on our speech? How many of us gonna work on using righteous vibrations and building up our brothers and sisters around us? You understand? So we can harness and possess power like that. How many of us really ready for it? How many of us really want power to where the heavens are shut up in America for 3.5 years if need be? No? We know how to get you heathens' attention. See, once you got spiritual power, and you realize ain't nothing they can do with that. And we ain't just talking about one person. We talking about a whole nation. You feel me? Brothers out of a whole nation that can pray and get this. Oh, man. Brothers and sisters. Oh, man, you crazy?
Well, they won't get no rain for a year or two messing with us.
Yeah, spiritual power is how you get this heathen's attention. You ain't finna get, for one, you niggas ain't got no drones in the earth, so stop it. You ain't got no Abrams tanks, no drones. You ain't got no satellites with nuclear capabilities. You don't own no silos to shoot out no nuclear bombs, none of it. But you do have the Most High, Yahweh, Yahweh El Elyon. And if called on properly in faith, you understand, you can call in an airstrike. That's way more powerful. A precision airstrike. That's way more powerful than any so-called drone that holds what's called a Hellfire missile. Easy work, man. Now, either you believe it or it's ink on paper, all right? And we about to show you how the Most High had his servants calling in airstrikes. Go over to the next chapter. Jump down to verse 15 for
it. 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 15.
19.
Mm-hmm. It say, now therefore send and gather to me all Israel through Mount Carmel and the prophets of Baal, 450.
You all hear that? 450 false prophets of Baal. And these was Israelites. Don't forget, these was Israelites that chose not to serve Yahweh. Go ahead, Al.
And the prophets of the grove, 400, which eat at Jezebel's table.
Well, Jezebel was a witch, a warlock. But I mean, she was a witch. She was married to the king of Israel, Ahab. And it's crazy because Ahab or Ohab means love. But he was in love with Jezebel. That's crazy how in Hebrew this man's name means love, but he was in love with the wrong woman. A straight witch. A straight witch. You understand? Introduce all that Baal worship and all that. Straight witch. All right, go ahead, Al.
So Ahab sent unto all the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together unto Mount Carmel. And Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long has ye between two opinions?
Halt. How long halt ye? How long halt ye between two opinions? How long you gonna be lukewarm and a fence straddler? That's our question. That was his question. How long you gonna halt between two opinions? Go ahead, Al.
If the Lord Yah be God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him.
Here comes the spiritual wages.
And the people answered him not a word.
Feeling ashamed.
Scared. Then said Elijah unto the people, I, even I only, remain a prophet of the Lord Yah. But Baal's prophets are 450 men.
So he outnumbered. 450 to 1. Outnumbered. So it ain't about how many people you got with you. It ain't even about that. And we talking about spiritual power. It ain't about how many people you got with you. I'm the only prophet around here. You understand? And it's 450 you false ones. All right, go ahead.
Let them therefore give us 2 bullocks, and let them choose 1 bullock for themselves, and cut it in pieces, and lay it on wood, and put on fire under. And I will dress the other bullock, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under. And call ye on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of the Lord Yah, and the God that answers by fire. Let him be God power. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken.
So they agreed to the spiritual wages. He said, whatever power answers by fire, that's the real God. And the people said, I bet. You gonna call on your God, I'm gonna call on Yahweh El Elyon. And whatever God answers by fire, whatever God answers by fire, that's the real God. So Elijah had to know going in, you understand? And he had to have knowledge of how to petition the heavenly courts of the Most High. And the Most High would hear him and send down a precision airstrike with fire. He had to know it. You understand? He had to know that the Most High was with him and that he had the knowledge and the power and that the Most High would respect him and shoot fire out of heaven if he asked.
He was not sloppy with his language, man.
That's right.
He was not sloppy with his language, man. You cannot be sloppy with your language trying to call on the heavens to do something for you.
That's right. That's right. So in other words, Elijah the prophet in his whole life, say he wasn't calling fire out of heaven. Just in his life, he wasn't no sloppy speech kind of cat. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just running his mouth. He wasn't known as like a Cat Williams or a Bernie Mac, or somebody that's just known for ridiculing or jesting or foolish talking. You feel me? To harness this type of power, you're going to have to be pure in thought. You understand? Pure in body. You understand? And pure in speech. We got to control our language, man. Sloppy language is out the door. It'll never work. All right, go ahead.
And Elijah, 25, verse 25. And Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, choose you one bullock for yourselves and dress it first, for ye are many, and call on the name of your gods, but put no fire under. And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from morning, evening until noon.
They call on him from morning to about 6 hour gap.
6 hours period. They call.
And it's a whole bunch of them.
450
of them, man. And they calling on this false deity, this false god, right? Go ahead,
saying, "O Baal, hear us, hear us." But there was no voice, no answer that answers.
Your other gods ain't popping. You understand? Ain't none of this happening with Allah. Ain't none of this happening with Horus and Tefnut. Huh? Ain't none of this happening with what's the god name? Look like a woman, but it's a man. Is it Krishna? Shiva. This ain't happening with the followers of Shiva, and he blue. Look like a woman. This ain't happening with none of these guys. Little white boy Jesus, baby Jesus. Huh? Ain't none of this. Mother Mary, ain't none of this happening. Because those aren't gods, man. They are not the Almighty. You see? So you can be the next crash test dummy if you want, and try to call on these gods out here with your information off the internet, running with Phil Valentine and all that. Look, they gods ain't answering. What you talking about? Come on, Hebrew.
Beautiful. And call on the name of Baal from morning, evening unto noon, saying, Baal, hear us. But there was no voice nor any answer, that answer.
Of course not. Come on.
And they leaped upon the altar, which was made. And it came to pass at noon, that Elijah mocked them.
Now you want to do some mocking, You mock them that's serving another God, man. You understand? You want to do you some mocking. He started mocking them. You understand? Because they was following false deities, man. This false deity called Baal. Elijah started mocking them. Like, look at y'all. Come on.
And said, cry loud.
Cry loud.
For he is a God. Either he is talking or he is pursuing.
Yeah, either he's talking or he is pursuing.
Or is he in a journey? Or pre-advantage, he sleepeth and maketh be. He say
and must be
awake.
So maybe your God sleep or something. He need an alarm clock.
Maybe he on a journey or something.
Maybe he got his little hobo satchel and went off to some other part of the universe or something. Or what else you say? Or maybe he's just talking. Or maybe he's busy right now pursuing other matters.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mocking.
Cry louder. Leaving like they do in Sunday service. Exactly, my sister. Come on, Hebrew.
And must be awakened. And they cried aloud and cut themselves. They start to cut themselves.
Yeah.
And they cried aloud and cut themselves after their manner with knives and with lancets. What is
lancets?
Lancets. Till the blood gushed out upon them.
Now they start cutting themselves like they do in certain factions of Islam. They take their shirts off. I think it's during Ramadan or one of them so-called fake folly days or whatever. They swing razor blades across their back. All the men come out to like the little town square, and the whole town square be soaked with blood. They swing blades across their back. And so they doing something like that right here.
They said gush
doing something so extreme in hopes to get the attention of this false God, because this God ain't a God. He ain't got no breath. Eyes they have, but they can't see. Ears they have, but they can't hear. Legs they have, but they can't walk. A man made it. What are you talking about? Right? To the blood gushed out. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 29.
Yeah.
And it came to pass when midday was past, and they prophesied unto the time of the offering of evening sacrifice.
Dang.
All day long, basically. That there was neither voice, nor any to answer, nor any that regarded. And Elijah said unto all the people, come near unto me. And all the people came near unto him. And he repaired the altar of the Lord that was broken down. And Elijah took 12 stones, or according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, upon whom the word of the Lord Yah came, saying, Israel shall be thy name.
That's right.
And with the stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord Yah. And he made a trench about the altar as great as would contain 2 measures of seeds. And he put the wood in order and cut the bullock in pieces and laid him on the wood and said, fill 4 barrels with water. Fill 4 barrels with water and pour it on the burnt sacrifice and on the wood.
See how far he going with it? He's so thoroughly convinced that fire gonna fall out of heaven. You understand? And that his God gonna answer with fire. He even do something that will quench fire, as something as water. He pour water on the burnt offerings in the trenches. He soaked the wood, which means it's gonna be harder for that fire to kindle. You understand? It's gonna be harder because everything's wet. If your wood is wet, it's gonna be hard for your wood to catch on fire. You feel me? Elijah even brought water into the situation. You understand? He done filled up the trench. He done made the wood wet, and he done poured water over the burnt offerings. And remember, the wage is whoever power answer by fire first. That's the real God. They took the wage. All right, go ahead.
Verse 34. And he said, do it the second time. And they did it the second time.
Doubled up on the water. Come on.
And he said, do it the third time. Yeah. And they did it the third time.
Tripled up on the water, right? Come on.
And the water ran round about the altar. And he filled the trenches also with water. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Lord Yah, our power of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel.
So now he coming toward the altar and he speaks. See? His language is very calculated. Is he talking to whoever, or is he talking to a specific God? He's talking to a specific God. So this shows you that his language is calculated. He ain't just saying whatever, right? He first announced who it is that is going to answer by fire. Who it is he's talking about, right? Yahweh, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. So first you identify. He identified what power he's talking about. In confidence, in faith, and with all power and authority. He identified who he's talking about. All right? Come on now.
That thy and that I am
let it be known.
Let it be known this day that thou art God,
power in
Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word.
See, so not only do we call him the Most High, he beseeches or begs him and asks him, let it be known this day that you are the power in Israel, right? And that I'm your servant. Let it be known. Remember, whoever power answers by fire is the true God. So he announces which power he's talking to. He's direct with him. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. He said, well, let it be known that you the power in Israel. Not me, you the power.
And that I'm your servant.
Yeah. Yeah. See what I'm talking about? Direct speech.
Yeah.
Calculated language, not, oh, you know, God, the butterflies and the Jolly Ranchers and the calculated speech. All right? Direct, strategic. Come on now, let's get it.
He say, I have done all these things at thy word. Hear me, O Lord Yah.
Do what?
Hear me, O Lord Yah. Hear me, that this people may know that thou art the Lord Yah power, and that thou hast turned their hearts back again.
He's begging the Most High to hear me. In other words, honor my prayer. Respect what I'm doing here. Come on now.
Verse 38.
Yeah.
Then the fire of the Lord Yah fell. Then the fire of the Lord Yah fell and consumed and the burnt sacrifice and the wood and the stones. Did you hear that? It take a lot for stones, brother. Boy, did you hear that? And the stones and the dust. Boy, it's consuming everything.
And then let's trip off the last part.
And licked up the water that was in the trench.
And licked up the water that was in the trench. Do y'all hear that? The fire fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice, the wood, and the stones, and the dust, and licked up all the water that was in that trench, man.
Shit, boy. That's power. That's power.
You feel me? And you people how he was speaking. He wasn't loose, he was direct. He identified what power he was talking about. You feel me? He beseeched them and asked them. He said, let it be known you the power in Israel and that I'm your servant. You see, everything was in a direct order. It was in a direct order. And then you see what happened, boy. You see what happened. And then he say, let it be known this day that thou art God, I'm your servant, that I have done all these things that your word, you commanded me. You commanded me to do this, right? He say, hear, O Yahweh, hear me. In other words, respect my prayer. Hear me. Answer me, right? That this people may know that thou art Yahweh power, and that thou hast turned their heart back. Hear me. You understand? Then the fire of Yahweh fell. Now look, that ain't just like fire falling out of heaven into the Atlantic Ocean. You realize where he was. It tell you where he was, where Elijah and them was. Mount Carmel. That means it ain't just fire fell. That was a precision airstrike from heaven.
Yeah.
Because it fell right on Mount Carmel where his wager was going down. And it licked up, it devoured the dust, the stones, and even licked up the water that was in the trench.
That's a fire you ain't never seen before, oh.
That's heavenly fire right there.
That's heavenly fire, bro. Flat out. And all the people around, so when they hit the sacrifice, it right there. That's an airstrike, bro. That's like you watching, when you watching those movies with the soldiers and all that stuff, and they call that in, and they precisionally hit them Afghanistans all over there. Boy,
he's called in an airstrike.
They got that from the Most High, man.
That fire consumed the burnt offering, the wood, the stones, the dust, and licked up the water.
Boy, you don't want no parts of him, man.
And that's, but see, again, this is that power, that the powers that be first. God forbid you so-called Hebrews tap back into this source right here, huh?
Everybody put fire up there.
Yeah. See, I heard everybody talking about the guns and the revolution and all that. They fear you having this. Because once we figure out how to tap back in, and we get precise with our language, in our prayers like this brother did, game over. I wish I told you, I'll call the Legion of Angels right now if I had to. That means he had the same power. You understand? He can petition the heavens and get immediate results. That's the power that everybody fear of us possessing once again and what shall be again to this people, man. All right? And that's what we need to be developing later for all that extra. I mean, we got guns for, defense. You got to defend your family. But your salvation ain't no guns. Your salvation ain't no gun. I just watched a 14-minute so-called documentary. No, it was a Vice interview with the Rakeem Boulagan. They just let him out of jail. They ran up on him, labeled him a black identity extremist, snatched him out of his apartment, him and his son. He was locked up for like 6, 7, 8 months or whatever like that. Got out, you feel me? They back patrolling the streets. They in a park doing the interview. Where the interviewer said, I count about 10 cops just pulled up. Or you heard on the bullhorn, get your hands up and put your guns over there on the. Oh boy said, hey man, put your guns down over there. They walked right on up, took their guns. What you talking about? Took their guns. We're going to examine your guns to make sure. They finally gave them back to them, but they let it be known, look, we got the power around here. Yeah, I ain't got no power. You see? So again, nothing wrong with working out and exercising and all that, but how about we develop this? We got it. You can't say you ain't got it, you got it. You got it in English and in Hebrew. You actually got it. This is lying in you dormant. But we never take the time to unlock this. Because when you become a threat, when you can petition the heavens and get results, then you're gonna see the heathens starting to want to negotiate. Y'all don't even got them at the negotiating table now. You feel me? He gonna negotiate. Then we need to talk.
Yeah, it's gonna be some negotiation.
Hold on, we need to talk about this now. We got 8-year-olds. We got 8-year-olds calling hula hoop size hell out the sky. We need to talk about this.
Real talk.
We need to actually talk about this now. What do you all want from us? Yeah. Now you a threat.
Yeah, you gonna be carrying us on y'all,
Yeah.
Well, like a birthing mother with a baby.
Yeah, but
you gonna be trying to negotiate with our God real soon.
Yeah. But
offering us for ransom to him.
That's the whole thing, man. That's you becoming a threat. You feel me? Spiritually. You feel me? And that's that rise of that nation. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to see that. So that's what we're supposed to be teaching, man. Read these situations to your children and all that. But the horn is pure energy, powerful energy like that. Of the Most High, you got to be pure in thought, body, and language, speech. Them brothers, even though these were some hard brothers, man, them brothers wasn't walking around like you think of today. You think they was gang banging? Like I don't get what y'all think these men was about. Yeah, they was hard, rough, austere men, but they wasn't like what you think. You understand? They wasn't nothing like these worldly men. These men were men of the Most High, and if you crossed them, like we read it with Elisha today, children called him bald-headed, and he cursed them in the name of the Almighty, and 2 she-birds ate 42 of them. To show you that even your children had to be calculated in their speech. You can't just run up on a grown person and just talk crazy to them. Huh? What you mean? How you know they ain't a prophet of the Almighty? That show you even our children had to be trained, you understand, to think quicker and to speak less. You better. All right, let's finish this off. Huh?
Verse 39.
Yeah.
And when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces.
I bet.
And they said, the Lord Yah, he is the God, the power. The Lord Yahweh, he is the power. And Elijah said unto them, take the prophets of Baal, let not one of them escape. And they took them, and Elijah brought them down to the brook Kishon and slew them there. And Elijah said unto Ahab,
and he put them on to death. Y'all see that? Put them to death. Now, because spiritual war just manifested in the flesh. This ain't no joke, man. You understand? That show you that he wasn't no chump preacher, scared to get a paper cut. Elijah wasn't no joke. And he put every last one of them false prophets to death behind that. It was a spiritual wage. Whoever God answered by fire is the real God. Everybody gets shook. People say, yeah, that's the true God. Hey, pursue them. We laying every last one of them down. To show you that the worship of another God is a capital offense in Israel. You can't be worshiping no other power, man. You understand? You can't be worshiping no other power, period. Worshiping a God that ain't no God. The end game was what? Y'all got to go for that. All right, go ahead.
Verse 41. And Elijah said unto Ahab, get thee up, eat and drink, for there is a sound of an abundance of rain.
And that's what's up, because remember we read in chapter 17, he prayed that the Most High wouldn't send no rain or dew.
Yeah.
There wasn't no rain or dew. 3.5 years that went by between chapter 17 and the end of chapter 18. 3.5 years that went by. You see that? And now finally it's rain again. And be told the widow woman that your oil and your meal will not fail until rain come again in Israel. You see? See, this was the one example of one prophet of the Most High who was very calculated in his speech. You understand? Had full faith in the Most High and understood whatever he said, the Most High heard. You understand? And if we want to get to that level, we must again be pure in thought, body, and in speech. Now, I'm with that. I'm with the challenge. You understand? That just means I got to get more discipline. I'm with that. In other words, for you to become like Christ. Christ is the perfect example on how to perfectly follow and serve the Most High. We are supposed to become him. You're supposed to become him. Follow him, sit up under his teachings, learn from him. You understand? Because he even said you're going to be greater. Now, you either believe it or we just ain't going to pay.
Yeah.
How do we get there? We first learn from Hamashiach.
Right. He is the teacher. Yeah. And we are his disciples.
Yeah, his students. Yeah. I'm in the all right, couple other
verse 41.
You can finish it off.
And Elijah said unto Ahab, get thee up, eat and drink, for the abundance of abundance of rain. So Ahab went up to eat and drink, and Elijah went up to the top of Carmel, and he cast himself down upon the earth, and put his face between his knees, and said to his servant, go up now, look towards the sea. And he went up and looked and said, there is nothing. And he said, go again 7 times. And it came to pass at the 7th time that he said, behold, there arise a little cloud out of the sea, like a man's hand. And he said, go up, say unto Ahab, prepare thy chariot and get thee down, that the rain stop thee not. And it came to pass in the meanwhile that the heavens was black with clouds and wind, and there was a great rain. And Ahab rod and went to Jezreel, and the hand of the Lord was on Elijah, and he girded up his loins and ran before Ahab to enter of Jezreel.
To the entrance of Jezreel.
To the entrance of Jezreel.
See, Most High put the spirit on me. He ran before him and everything. But when that spirit on you, man, ain't nothing you can't do. Ain't nothing you can't do, brother. You said in the rain. All praise and glory and honor. I pray y'all got some understanding today. You got some more?
I just leave a couple more hitters.
Okay. Come on, let's get it done, though. We'll give you your prophet. Grab your prophet. Grab your prophet, brothers. Obey it is real. They got a few of these one-liners for sure. Huh? Come on with it. Come on with it. I read that yesterday, 2 days ago. Yeah, we'll say, boy, the tongue has broken bones. Then it say it say more people been slain by the tongue than with the sword. More people been slain with the tongue than with the sword, man. Boy, you all in that Ciroc, boy. I'm talking about. Yeah, we're gonna get that done. I got my 1611 back there on the room. Okay. Y'all praise it. Y'all get some understanding. If y'all get some understanding, give me a 7 up in here. Give me a 7. We got a few more scriptures we gonna get into. Yeah, that precept was a new one for me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We got a few of them in the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus that Uncle Obed then went to the repertoire and pulled on out. Quick hitters in chapter 5, 6, 8, 9, 19, 20. 32 and 40. All right, so first we'll be all in Sirach. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 5. We're going to read verse 13 and 14. Got some more good understanding. Hallelujah. Let me add that we will need this power connection to survive what's coming to the land. Exactly. We are going to need that, boy, because it's about to go down, y'all. Revelations unleashed. You understand? Trumpets blowing. I mean, we don't know for sure, but the way the trumpets looking like, it look like they're gonna be going off one every 6 months. It's 7 of them, 3.5 years, possibly. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying if 7 trumpets go off every 6 months, that's a space of 3.5 years. which would make it more consistent with the times and dividing the time. 42 months, 1,260 days. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see.
How long you cut the rain on?
3.5 years. 3.5 years.
All right, so Rock chapter 5, verse 11.
13,
verse 13.
13
I got you. It say, honor and shame is in talk.
Y'all heard that? Honor and shame is in what you speak. It's in your talk. Go ahead.
And the tongue of men is his fall.
The tongue of man is his fall? Y'all heard that? Your tongue can be your fall. Go ahead, Al.
Be not called a whisperer, and lie not in wait with thy tongue.
Lie not in wait with thy tongue. Lying in wait to catch somebody up. Be not a whisperer. I ain't the one to gossip. You ain't heard it from me. Miss Bonita Israelites. I remember in Living Color back in the day, Miss Bonita knew everybody's business. All right, go ahead, Al.
For a full shame is upon For a foul shame is upon the thief, and an evil condemnation upon the double tongue.
Evil condemnation is upon the double tongue, man. Give me chapter 6, verse 5. Excellent precept, Bob. Honor and shame is in talk. Honor and shame is in talk, man. Remember that. Honor and shame is in talk. Hallelujah. I'm glad y'all got some edification. Now I'm stepping good until I get up for work at 2 a.m. This bread was scrumptious. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on, bro.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 5.
Hey, remember the wall of Jericho. That's another one I was going to go to, Mikael. You know what I'm saying? Remember they had to shout, then blow that trump. You understand? Again, man, we actually are a weapon of the Almighty. You understand? We just ain't been, we're just operating outside our natural vibration. But we actually are his weapon. Judah is my battle axe, like he said. You understand? We are weapons of the Almighty. We're weapons and we're instruments. You understand? Come on, Hebrew.
Chapter 6, verse 5. Sweet language with multiple friends. Sweet language will multiply friends. And a first speaking tongue will increase kind greetings.
A first speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. That's like I say in Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turneth away wrath. You got to learn how to speak, man. Be more calculated in what we do. Sirach 8:3.
Sirach 8:3. Strive not with a man that is full of tongue, and heat not wood upon his fire.
Yeah, strive not with a man that's full of tongues, man. Right? Again, always talking. And look, and this fire, and he's someone that, see, look, we have brothers like that. Where they go, it's a problem. Some type of trouble break out. Huh? But they say, what about him with the tongue again? You just read it, 8:3.
8:3.
What is that?
Dude. Strive not with a man that is full of tongue.
And he always got something to complain about, always got something to say. Whenever he's around, something kicks off. Some type of argument, almost
strife,
fight,
tension.
Strife, all that. Right? Come on, Hebrew.
Strive not with a man that is full of tongue, and heat not wood upon his fire.
And heat not wood upon his fire. In other words, they put his fire out with some water. All right? 9 and 18.
Chapter 9, verse 18. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous.
A man of an ill tongue is dangerous.
Is dangerous in his city. And he that is rash in his talk shall be hated.
Yes. Wow. All right, 19 verse 6. Sirach 19 verse 6. Well, he's powerful about the tongue, y'all. You got loose lips, you better put a collar on. You better put a collar on. If we ever want to be that powerful and harness that type of power, hey man, I'm with the discipline and the challenge. I'm with that. I'm with that. You just spent your whole life doing nothing anyway. What you been doing? What have you accomplished? Huh? How has your life changed in doing presently what you do? Since some of y'all say y'all crazy trying to get that close to the Most High. What are you doing? What has worked? Chasing the bag, huh? Yeah. I know. Chasing the bag. I know. All right, go ahead, Ebro.
He that can rule his tongue shall live without strife.
Do y'all hear that? If you can rule your tongue, if you can control your mouth, man, you're going to live without strife. See, because we read earlier in Proverbs 18 that a man's lips call it for strokes. Huh? So if you can rule your tongue, guess what? You ain't going to have no problems in life, man. Go ahead, Doc.
And he that hateth babble shall have less evil.
You hear that? If you hate babble, all that lip running, gum bumping, you feel me? You ain't gonna have no evil, man. 20 and 18.
20 and 18. To slip upon a pavement is better than to slip with the tongue.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a dang.
So the fall of the wicked shall come speedily.
I heard that. It's better you slipped and bust your head on that concrete out there.
You're gonna slip with your tongue.
You're gonna slip with your tongue. Y'all need to highlight that Sirach 20 and 18. That's a good one. All right, Sirach 28, 17 and 18.
28, verse 17. The stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the strokes of the tongue breaketh the bones.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's false. Went over that on Thursday. It's false. Huh? Words will kill somebody. Words will send you into a bout of depression. Go ahead, Hebrew.
Many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not so many as have fallen by the tongue.
That's another one, bro. Yehudiah, Jeremiah 9 and 8. Their tongue is an arrow shot out. It speaks deceit. One speaks peacefully to his neighbor with his mouth, but in heart he lays his weight. Jeremiah 9 and 8. Excellent precept. Sirach 32
and 8.
Is that 8 or 58? Is there a 58 there? It say V58. I mean, maybe verse 8.
No,
it got to be 8. Okay, all right. Verse 8.
It said, "Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue."
Wow. Y'all hear that? Huh? Even a fish, that's that old proverb. Even a fish wouldn't get in trouble if he kept his mouth shut.
Last verse, 40 and 21.
Even a fish wouldn't get in trouble. That's an old proverb amongst elders in the hood. Even a fish, you understand, wouldn't get in trouble if he kept his mouth shut, man. Truth, Sirach 40 and 21.
It says, 21, and to turn away thy face from the kind man, from the kinsman, or to take away a portion of a gift, or to gaze upon another man's wife.
That's 40 and 21.
No, that's 41.
Yeah, 40 and 21. Yeah. You're going off.
You're going off, son.
Going off, son.
40 and 21. The pipe of the sorcery make a sweet melody, but a pleasant tongue is above them both.
Facts, y'all. All praise and glory and honor to the Most High, owner, creator, and possessor of all things. It's been an honor to be able to come through on the Shabbat, break bread with the family. Shout out to the house of Yoel, Bonnie, Israel. You know what I'm saying? Always in the spirit of Abraham, the no-fly zone. Shout out to Uncle Obed Ben Israel, and came through, chopped us with us on the Shabbat. You know, he was getting his scribe on, Yakanai Eliezer. Shout out to all y'all that's been praying for us and supporting. All praise, glory, and honor, man.
Hallelujah.
Came to pray for us. We pray for y'all. Look, let's level up. Let's level up as these hours is getting closer. Artificial intelligence about to take off. Y'all are too far. Y'all too far out of box. Too far out of box. We should have been tapped in, man. Too far out of box. You understand? For all this stuff to be this close, our destruction to be this close, our redemption to be that close. You understand? We need to, again, to harness that power, pure in thought, body, and in speech. You understand? Meditate, pray, get your fast on, because the time is coming to where we won't even be able to do this. You understand? You have to wipe your teeth off and keep it pushing. So it is what it is, man. Once again, all praise, glory, and honor. May the Most High bless you, brothers and sisters. Again, pray for us as we continue to pray for y'all. Long live the King, man.
Long live the King.
Lord of Lords. I'll praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Yahoo.
Yahoo. Ah!
Get her done.
Ah, yeah.